I've got 50-year relations with some of these people. I don't want to say something to offend them.
Oh, absolutely. I gotta watch my tongue, but I've already done it.
Dallas asked me if I knew you. Like 3 or 4 months ago, I was somewhere and a guy goes, "Do you really know Clay?" No, he just comes on the podcast. Never met him.
They're waiting to meet the guy. Yeah, I like Clay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom! And welcome to the Big Honker podcast, brought to you by Hemp Hill Farms. I'm Jeff Stanfield with the world famous Andy Shaver.
CBD will get you right. Older that you get.
Yes,
Takes
it will.
away those ouchies and helps you go to sleep.
Helps with sleeping, helps with older dogs.
It does.
Dog kind of relaxed, or it needs to be relaxed.
Yeah.
Give him a little bit of some oil in his mouth, help him a lot. That's what you need,
Give
Clay.
them a little what?
I need some of that.
That CBD oil.
Oh.
Yeah, hell yeah, because I don't ever sleep.
No, you don't.
I do the opposite. I take crack. Yeah, so that peach Red Bull is like,
I saw you were on the hunt for that.
that pissed me off.
What they discontinued it or
Discontinued it. The best flavor, the sweet nectar of the gods, peach Red Bull. I don't drink any energy drink at all.
Yeah.
Fucking peach Red Bull is my goddamn crack cocaine. So when I come in there and I go into the store, cafes every morning, and they ain't got it.
Yeah.
And they said, well, they discontinued it. And I said, that's like telling a crackhead they quit making cocaine. And so I went, rushed down to Allsup's, bought them out, went to Oodles, bought 18 there, went to Dollar General, went to the Family Dollar Tree, and they ain't been back since. So bought everything in Holiday. But then the other day, I had to go get my, I can't remember what it is. I had to go to Wichita for something, so I'm on the hunt.
Yeah.
I'm on the Red Bull hunt. And so I go to Sam's, I go to Walmart, I go to all the little stores, and I'm sad because
Peach nectarine?
Peach nectarine.
They've got it right here.
Well, yeah, I had 2 cases coming on Amazon. You can buy it till it runs out.
Yeah.
So, but it hadn't been there. It's supposed to have been there a week before, and it ain't got there. So I'm jonesing, right? So I'm eating crackers off of my shoulder, trying to find. Well, I'm pissed off, and I'm pouting, got my lip hanging down in the floorboard, and I go to get on Kale, and right before I go to get on Kale, I'm on McNeil. My Peach Bowl radar went off. Beep, 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 beep. And I jerked right in there into JJ's. And I go in there.
JJ's.
And I go into JJ's and I go, and I look over at the Red Bull section. No, they ain't got it. So then I turn to leave, but out of my peripheral vision, I spot that romantic glow of that peach there. At the very bottom, I can see one. Woo! And I jump down to my hands and knees. I get down on my hands and knees. And
You are a crackhead.
Oh, I'll tell you, the lady working the desk, she's going, what in the hell is this son of a bitch doing? So I'm down on my knees and, oh, there's one. Oh, there's 2. Oh, there's a whole lot of them son of a bitch. So I'm grabbing them one at a time out of that bastard and putting them on the ground, getting a deal. Go get me a basket. And then I'm reaching way back there to the back to get those last. And she'll, can I help you, sir? Now, you got my peach Red Bull. And so I grabbed them all, and I'm pulling up there, and I think there was like 12 of them. And I said, man, this is great. I've been at the told her my story. She goes, well, do you want that other case in the back?
Fuck yes, I do.
You got another case? I love you. So here she comes.
How many of these are you drinking a day?
One.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you got...
Well, what I figured out is, usually, I don't ever sleep.
Right.
I got my cafe route, and I drink coffee all morning.
Yeah.
Well, coffee, gives you kidney stones, and I had one of them, and I don't want one of them bastards again.
Does it really?
Oh, yeah. Coffee and tea. Drink a lot of
Any
it.
kind of a caffeine.
Yeah, eat caffeine. So I don't. But if I don't drink, that caffeine, I get a caffeine headache.
Yes,
You get
I
that
know
caffeine
what,
headache.
Fuck yeah, I know what those
Well,
are.
I've discovered that I can have one peach Red Bull first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm good all day. So I drink my peach Red Bull.
I've never had a kidney stone. My uncle's Todd's had a bunch, hadn't he?
Dude,
People that have them get them over and over and over again.
You cannot believe how
amount of pain.
quickly I am laying on the couch. This is a funny story too. I'm laying on the couch watching Gunsmoke. Kelly at dinner one night. Kelly goes, dinner? Hey, supper's ready. Come here. And I rode to get off that couch, and that son of a bitch hit me, and it was like I got shot with a 30-06 in that side right here. And I hit the ground. Ah! I screamed, oh, Lord. And Kelly's going, what the fuck? What the fuck? I said, I don't know. I'm dying. And said, take me to the hospital. She goes, what? You were just laying on the couch. I said, I don't know. I'm dying. Somebody's stabbing me. And so, and I got to do all the driving, because I get car sick. If I don't, I'll be throwing up in 5 minutes. So here I am. I've got a gut shot wound over here on my right side, and I'm trying to drive. And, I mean, I'm like a little old bitch, and I mean, it is killing me. And I drive, and I make it about 8 blocks up to the courthouse, and I can't take it no more. I pull up there at the courthouse. I'm right in the middle of downtown Archer City.
Yeah.
And I don't give two shits if I'm in enough pain where I'm rolling on the goddamn Highway 79. Oh, call the ambulance, call the ambulance. And they call the ambulance, come in there. And
So you drove in an ambulance with kidney stones?
Oh, yeah, I was dying. I mean, it was the fucking worst. I've been in some pain. This is the worst pain I ever had. And that quick. And so they hooking me up to all this bullshit. Oh, God help me. And so we get up there to Coleman Road about 10 miles outside, and I turned over to my right or my left.
Quit hurting.
I said, guys.
Take me home.
I said,
turn it around. I'm good.
I'm all right now. And they
I'm all right now.
they go, what? A minute ago you were gut shot. I don't know. I mean, absolutely no pain.
Yeah.
And so we pulled into that ER, and I'm sitting up like, call the ambulance for nothing. Hey, I'm okay. False alarm. And felt like a goddamn goober. And then they go back there and they're doing some blood work. Goddamn, it hits me again.
At least you're in the right place.
Fuck, it hurt.
Did you piss it out, or did they have to blow it with the air?
I've pissed
It's
it
like
out.
pissing a sticker.
You're supposed to strain it and make sure you did. I did that for about half a day, and I quit doing it. But what was funny is Dawson was a sophomore in high school, and we're fixing to play Crosbyton at Childress, and I'm going, I'd go through motions, and I'd have it, and I wouldn't, and I'm going, we gonna make it to Childress? I said, well, we'll find out. We got to leave at 5:30 to get up there, and made it all the way up there, and everything was cool. Watched the game, kicked shit out of Crosbyton, and then we're coming back home, and I get to Quantum. Goddamn, here we go again. And then finally it just stopped. But I can tell you this. My boy, he made me feel like a pussy the other day because he had one. And of course he's like, oh, Dad, man, I done as well.
He's not very old either, is he?
No, he's 22.
Wow.
And so he goes.
Oh, Ace had one.
Yeah, Ace. Yeah, and he goes over to the hospital and goes checking. Mom takes him over and said, I think you got a kidney stone. Anyway, next day he comes out of his room and he goes, well, I think I finally pissed out my kidney stone. I said, oh, yeah? Did you catch it? He goes, yeah. And apparently his dick is a hell of a lot bigger than my dick. Because that son bitch was, it was big. It's bigger than a BB,
right?
With thorns sticking off that son bitch. And I go, oh, shit, how big was your dad? Oh, it was huge.
No,
it was huge. It was way bigger than that one.
It's just a calcium deposit, isn't it? Or something like that?
Yes, that's what it is. And it just turns and it gets sharp edges on it.
So I wonder what would, you just moved just right and had it.
Yeah, you just get it,
And that's one of the things. Did you ever watch the
Grab the
series
hold.
Deadwood?
Yeah.
The guy that owned it, he had a kidney stone, back in the day, and they didn't have the medicine and stuff. I had a guy that used to work for me, an older guy, and he'd get them sometimes. And he's not a drinker, but he told me the best thing you could do is, or it worked for him was, he said, I would drink a 6-pack of beer and sit in a hot tub.
Just piss all the time.
And piss the whole time I'm in that hot tub and that warm water and that stuff and that environment. And he goes, I could usually piss one out and I'd get rid of it. But we had a preacher in town, a nice guy, and he was a good friend of mine. He was on the city council for a long time, and he would have them all the time. Deal with them constantly. My brother-in-law had one in New Mexico. They were on vacation, and they said that those mountain roads, that bouncing and stuff. Knock on wood, I've never had them. I drink a lot of water though, and I think a lot of. I bet you the young kids are going to have a lot more because I don't think young kids drink water like older people do.
Yeah, hell, I drink water all the time. It didn't phase it.
Do they tell you to drink cranberry juice?
Yeah, and I can't stand cranberry.
I want to ask you a question back to the peach Red Bull. So I don't buy Red Bull. I mean, I've bought a lot of it while we're scouting. Usually Blake Poppy ends up making me buy one, or Andy will, because I buy the snacks when we're scouting. But $80 is what it's on Red Bull right here. Is $79.
Yeah, but they know that it discontinued.
So what is the normal price for what's a case of Red Bull normally cost? Because this here is $56 for watermelon.
I think that one case I bought was $49.
And that's for 24 cans?
Yeah.
So they're like $2 a can then.
Uh-huh.
Well, then people have made a shitload of money.
Oh, fuck. Well, the ones I bought at JJ, they were $6 a can.
No shit.
And I bought that was the best $100 I ever spent.
So you've got more coming from.
No, I got it.
You got. No, they've got some more for sale right now. On I'm looking here.
I'm pretty good stocked up for a minute right now.
But that's what I was wondering. How long? So you have one a day.
Yeah.
So a case is going to last you almost a month.
Yeah.
I wonder why they're canceling it though, because I know a lot of people that is their favorite flavor. That's all that they drink.
They do it all the time though. They'll there for a while. Watermelon was deal, then they canceled it, and then it come back.
Right.
And
Maybe peach season they've got all the peach juice they're going to get till next year.
I guarantee you there's a guy up there at the big boss office that says, "Hey, we're gonna fuck with Clay.
We're gonna fuck with Clay
This
today.
is gonna piss that some bitch off."
And they're going to be $6 a can, and he's going to buy every fucking one of them.
How much you think? Okay, they're selling them for $2 a can.
Right.
How much money you think Red Bull got in a can? A quarter?
Yeah, about 30 cents.
Probably.
I'd think.
What a profit maker!
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Jesus Christ, they own Formula One race. That's the most expensive thing you can own. Outside of an NFL franchise is a Formula One race team, and they got 2 of them.
Oh no shit!
So they're spending a shitload of money.
9 cents. 9 cents a can.
And they're selling them for, if they're selling them for $2 retail, they're selling them for $1.90. It's a lot of profit.
9 cents a can.
That's what it says here. This is according to.
Hell, you'd think the can would cost more than that.
Red Bull makes each can for approximately 9 cents. Suggested retail price can is, well, I'll put it up here. $3.59 is suggested retail price. The biggest customers are Walmart and big grocery stores. Walmart pays 44 to 48 cents a can of 24.
So they're making 5 times their money on everything they do. Because that 9 cents, aluminum can don't cost a penny a piece.
Yeah.
I mean, you go try to sell aluminum cans, you ain't making no money. I don't even know what aluminum is. 24 cents a pound, probably 50 cents a pound, maybe. So that's nuts. And that's a guy from didn't a guy from Singapore something invent?
I think you're fucking getting me into the history of Red Bull.
I think the guy that invented Red Bull was from Singapore somewhere, just a family. One guy came up with it. It's horse piss and some peach, it sounds like to me.
I don't know, but I paid the light bill up there.
It's an Austrian company.
Austrian, okay.
Yeah. But
I think he's a Singapore guy, though.
Yeah, this is one of the makers. That guy, and then this guy. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name.
Dietrich. That's the one I know. Yeah, the rest of it.
Matterschitz.
Him.
Matterschitz. Dietrich Matterschitz. I used to be kin to him.
I wonder how much money he's worth. God almighty.
Yeah, he's probably got
billions.
I bet he ain't got no ugly old lady.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You know, Selma Hayek, she's married to some billionaire guy. She's a good looking son bitch.
If I was Selma Hayek, I'd be married to a billionaire too.
No shit.
Ooh.
Ain't nothing funnier than seeing an ugly woman with a poor man.
It ain't no shit.
You're like, well, that lady's not very smart.
Yeah,
what's crazy is when you see a wealthy man with an ugly woman. That's really confusing.
Uh-huh.
Have you watched Landman?
Yeah.
Did you like it or not?
Yeah.
I mean, it's entertaining. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard it's.
I've watched 6 episodes so far. I haven't seen the end of it. I enjoy it. I really have. I really like it. Billy Bob Thornton reminds me of Matty Robertson. The way he talks and stuff, I enjoy him. His wife, I can't stand on that show. The blonde-headed chick.
Somebody's got a problem. That's the only reason I watch it. Her and that daughter. God dang right.
Jeff said, like in the first episode, they show the daughter's tits.
They do.
And she's like 17 in the show.
I must have missed that one.
It's in the shower when that guy walks in on the shower on her and she kicks him in the balls and punches him in the eyeballs.
You see her boobs?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
You can probably pull it up right now on TV.
I'll be there.
Yeah. You can't.
I don't care. I like Allie Lotta.
Yeah,
I like her since
See,
Varsity
Jeff
Blues.
said yesterday she wasn't good looking.
I don't find her that attractive.
He smoked too much dope in his lifetime.
I just do not. It might be her character she
Podcast
plays.
world has fucked him over. Now. I'm telling you, it's hurting.
Right?
Yeah, he's going to Kennebuke, Maine, and sitting on the front porch. Here I am today. I'm writing a little Shakespeare.
Allie Larder is not good looking.
I don't. Her character just doesn't. You know how you watch TV and someone's character, like Sandra Bullock, always plays a part that makes her attractive. Something about her.
And I'm not attracted to Sandra Bullock.
She's not a pretty lady, but her parts makes her more attractive. This Allie Larder chick, she comes across as this total bitch in that show.
That's where I learned.
She is. She is nasty. She is good at. She is nasty, and she is good at that.
Yeah, that old whore.
She's I'm sure you know this. She's Darcy in Varsity Blues. She's
That's
the
what
whipped
he
cream.
just said.
That's what I'm talking about. I've loved her since she put that whipped cream in
bikini.
And damn.
Yeah.
Right.
So like that fuels my 13-year-old.
See, we got the old
I wonder
cowboy
if I'm ever
motto.
going to see her naked.
Treat a whore like a lady and a lady like a whore. God damn it.
Well, that is a really good show, though.
And that's a good motto, too.
Yeah. Did you watch Lioness?
What?
Lioness. He done that too. That's a damn good
Lioness.
Lioness. You'd watch it. It's a badass little gal.
Is Allie in there, too?
No, but Taylor Sheridan does it. It's a good show.
I ain't attracted to Taylor
No,
Sheridan.
but it's a good show.
What's it about?
A CIA lady that's an operative, and they take these ladies. I'm assuming it's based on true facts to a degree, and they get them involved in these like an undercover woman, and they kind of just turn them loose, and they get intel. Like they hook up with these terrorist guys and stuff, and then one of them the second season they get a girl that's.
Is there any nudity in this?
Lots of nudity.
Okay, then I'm going to go home and watch it.
Oh.
I will go home and watch it then.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are making fun of Landman because it's not accurate, but it's just entertainment.
It's a movie.
Right.
It's like Yellowstone.
Right.
Everybody thinks that us cowboys go out and do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's entertainment. You got to have that, Like when I watch Armageddon, I don't think that we're actually going to.
That may be fixing to happen though now.
Got a 3% chance now.
3% chance. Did you see that?
I've been hearing about that asteroid hitting the Earth since the beginning of time.
Well, no, now they've actually got one that's been increasing the chances.
Yeah.
But it's
gone from 2 to 3%. It's not like it's made
1 in
drastic.
32 chance it's going to hit Africa somewhere.
Yeah.
Where Africa gets is all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
I'm not that worried about it.
The landman
big.
though.
I've lived through we're all going to die of us ice age, and we're all going to die of.
We are not.
If it's an asteroid, it's gonna be quick. It'll be fast.
I hope if I would rather die like that than die in the
aftermath?
nuclear.
Oh, hell.
You know what's
winter.
going to happen is that goddamn asteroid's going to fuck me.
Right.
Because when it gets close and it looks like we're going to do it, and I think I'm going to die, I got a list of people to kill about this long. And I'm going to go ahead and go to work, get the enjoyment out of it. Yeah.
And then it's gonna miss.
Yeah, that's what I always told everybody. Y'all better hope I don't get terminal cancer. Because, I'm going to be like Billy Madison, that guy on there had the list of kills. Man, what a nice guy with the lipstick. Mark him off my list. Y'all better be nice to my
People better start apologizing to Clay now if it looks like that fucking asteroid's gonna hit.
I was at a city council meeting one time, and one of the guys on the council, I'm not going to say his name, he's a prominent business guy in our area, very successful man, come in, and we had an older gentleman had passed away during the day. Somebody come in and asked me, said, "Did so-and-so pass away?" So I said, "Yeah, they had called out on it." And we were talking about it for a minute. He goes, "Phew, dodged that one." I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, God, we got sideways on a land deal about 20 years ago." And he told me, he said, "I'm going to kill you, you no good, sorry son of a bitch." He goes, "He's gone now. That's one less I got to worry about on my list. It's going to kill me."
Shit, I got a lot of stuff. I got somebody shooting my windows out of my pickup while I'm driving down the road. Well, 2 of them, I went in. Like the last one, I felt like Donald Trump here the other day. I bought a new Dodge, not a new Dodge, new used truck. And so it's a different pickup. But I pull out of a gate and I turn and I stop to get out. You know how Trump, he just barely missed it by moving his head. That's the way I did, because it went through my back windshield right behind my head and went all the way through and hit the front windshield. Just perfectly in line, but I got out to get in that pickup.
What?
Yeah, and I got this punk ass son of a bitch. He swear he's going to kill me and all this. But that's the 4th one. The first windshield, I pulled out of the gate, and I'm going about 10 miles an hour. Pow! God dang! My whole back glass deal, and of course I got tint, so you can see that perfect little hole. And I just played it off like it's a rock or something, but I wasn't going, but I just barely started going. And I don't know where it would come from. And on dirt. But anyway, passed off, went over there to get my window over at Hawkins Glass. And they said, well, what happened? It looked like a bullet hole. And I said, yeah, everybody thinks we got them Indians whooped, but them some guns still shooting at my ass. And so then about 6 months later, I pull out of that same gate, except I'm stopped. Yeah. And I'm going get out and get my gate. Pow! And some bitch blows up again. Except this time it's over a little bit to the right. And I go, goddamn. So I go down there and I said, see, I told you, goddamn, these Indians still working on my ass. And they go, are you somebody shooting at you? I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. Well, then about a year later, it happens again. No, I think this was on Britton Lane. And I'm going down Britton Lane. It happened again. Well, then now this other pickup, which that truck.
So you've been shot at 4 times.
Yeah.
Have you called Turd?
Yeah, they can't do nothing about it. They said if I can find a bullet and
right.
But I've called the law, but what am I going to do?
It's a long list of people that could be doing this.
Oh
right?
yeah. Well, we got one that's here recently been telling he's going to kill me and all this. He's a stupid son of a bitch. And but anyway,
so you got an old guy, guy threatening you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's not that guy that's on the TikTok all the time, the old drunk guy from over there, is it?
No, Gary Joe.
Yeah, I laugh at his shit all the time. Do you see him a lot?
Gary Joe, yeah. Oh yeah.
You fuck with him?
Yeah. No. I wished I had a picture of Gary Joe. He's wearing a Daisy Dukes one day with no underwear, and his fucking nuts is hanging out on both sides, comes into the parts store, and he might have been drinking a little bit. Like, God damn, Gary Joe. Put that shit away. Oh, fuck you. Ain't nothing you ain't seen before. I said, I ain't never seen them before.
How long have you known this guy?
Gary Joe?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, probably 30 years.
So does he work for the Lindemans?
Yeah. Yep.
Is he
he lives out there on that place.
That's a rough place he lives in, too, because on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's his name on TikTok? Is it
Gringo Mandingo?
Gringo Mandingo.
Gringo Mandingo.
It's Andrew. Yeah, I used to coach Andrew in Pee Wee football. Andrew, when he was little, he's like 8 years old. I said, Andrew, goddamn boy, get in there and make a tackle, son. He, I'm trying, coach, but number 52 won't let me. And I said, well, move that son of a bitch out of goddamn way. And then we get in the game, and he go up there and he said, hey, coach, am I pushing or am I grabbing? That's how he can tell if he is on offense or defense.
So this is the kid that films him all the time.
Yeah.
So he works with him all the time?
Yeah.
Does this Gary Joe guy know how famous he is?
Well, Andrew's a Lindemann. Yeah, he's like...
Well, no.
Yeah.
But does the Gary Joe guy know... So Andrew...
Absolutely, he does.
So Andrew's his boss, basically?
Pretty much,
So,
yeah.
or his family's writing him the check.
Exactly.
So Andrew don't have to go to work at all or do nothing he wants to anyways.
Oh, yeah. His dad don't cut him no slack. Yeah, he got to work his ass off. But, yeah.
So
but
Gary knows...
the shit.
Is
Gary
this the one
knows
that's
that
married to the pretty Lindemann girl?
No, that's Shane.
Because his wife's a really pretty lady.
Yeah, I don't think Andrew married to anybody but himself.
Okay,
So Gary knows
Gary
that he's
Joe.
famous. Gary knows that he's TikTok famous.
Oh yeah,
He's
he's getting packages, care packages. He's getting T-shirts that people have made up on. He's talking about Rent One. Yeah, and he's speaking
Ronald Reagan road gear.
Yeah, and cheapest buy to go Rent Run. Yeah.
Does he live
speaks in cursive?
Speaks in cursive. Does he go to RT's all the time? Is that his hangout?
Yeah.
Because Max had told us he came out here last year and he stopped there, and he said I saw old Gary in there.
Yeah, and his brother Poodle, he lives right up the road. Yeah, there's a host.
So that's how he gets by with doing this. This Lindemann kid is fucking with him all the time filming this. I always wondered, I wonder how the Lindemans let him do all this shit. I thought it was just two of their hands fucking around all the time. No. So one of the hands actually someone who owns the work. Okay,
exactly.
I makes some sense now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he gets fucking mad at Andrew, too.
Yeah.
There was one time I think he hit his keys or something, and he was making the alarm go off, and Gary Joe was just fucking fighting mad.
Oh,
he's going to give that old man a heart attack one day.
Yeah, you get him riled up pretty goddamn quick. Yeah, always. And the same with his brother, because I thought like his brother was in there the other day. I said, hey, Poodle. Oh, Gary Joe was telling me about how he used to whoop your ass when you... That motherfucker ain't never whooped my ass in my life. I ain't never had my ass whooped. Blah, blah, blah.
What's their last name?
Cutter.
And they're from the Archer City Holiday area?
Yeah, Archer went.
How old are they?
Oh, Gary Joe, he's probably 65. He's older than me.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have known him then.
Yeah,
Has he always worked out there?
Yeah, pretty much for a long time. Yeah.
Has he ever been married or anything?
Gary Joe, that's what I know of.
God, he's funny as shit, though. He doesn't.
He's shit.
I don't think he's cleaning his house very much, though.
No. Yeah, hell is, he had another brother that lived there in Archer. And hell, they found him dead in his pickup here a couple of years ago. He lived in a place over there right inside Archer. Hot, yeah. And old Cutters, they don't give two shits. Yeah.
As long as the beer's flowing.
Well,
they are some beer drinkers for damn sure.
Gary Joe is a beer drinking son of a bitch. Now, I mean, he can put them away. Yeah.
What? How was the coyote tournament just ended? What was? I know the first day was
well, we
windy.
had that big one, Range County hunt. It's a new hunt, and I think this was the third or the fourth one. But hell, it had 161 teams. It was badass, and it's a East Texas hunt. You know, you got West Texas big bobcat, which bunch down there, but the East Texas boys have figured out that they can't compete with the numbers game of the West Texas guys. So now the West Texas guys are going to the East Texas, and East Texas guys are coming to the weight contest to the West.
Oh, because they got bigger animals
over there. Yeah, and that's why I like that hunt. It's a man hunt. The scourge of the earth is a weight contest. I fucking hate them. And it's every hunt in America. It's like a participation trophy hunt anymore, you know. And I get it. Everybody has a chance and But, you know, I got my ass kicked all them early years over there. You know, had to work my ass to it. So, you know, but that's why I was drawn to that, because it's a point hunt. You get so much for a bobcat, so much for a coyote. Numbers game. There ain't no limit on them. So I said, that's my kind of skin. Ain't no skill.
Do you have to call them, or can you thermal hunt them?
Yeah, you can thermal hunt them.
I mean, so if you're just driving by a field and you see a coyote at nighttime, can you shoot one with a thermal?
All the contests are a lot different. You know, some of them you got to be, they have to acknowledge the call. Some of them they got to advance to the call. Some of them just kill them. And that's kind of like West Texas big bobcat. You see it, you can shoot it. It's a big bobcat contest, you know, but you got to kill 5 coyotes to qualify your cat. Yeah, and boy, that's a ball kicker right there.
What about the Zachary was telling me that the weight of the coyotes have come, or the bobcat in that big cat contest has come down about 10 pounds in the last 10 years.
No, I wouldn't ain't that much, but it has come down. But you take a contest that has 700 teams in it on a weekend, and for the last 20 years killing all these cats, you're naturally not going to have.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, you're not going to. You know, we figure you're probably killing shit. I mean, there's probably 200 to 300 cats getting killed on a weekend, on that one weekend.
Fuck, if there's 700 damn teams, you'd figure they'd more than that. I don't see bobcats like I used to anyways.
Oh, no.
So even that area around Archer where y'all have got tons of bobcats, you don't see them like you used to?
We took all the bobcats out of our contests up there. And I've only hunted West Texas bobcat like 3 times. And last year I entered it because I'm not a weight guy. But they have a side pot for the most coyotes. Now, I'm attracted to that part. But I just, years ago, I said that contest was going to be bad for the sport. Because, and it's come to fruition, those very words, because, and the guys put it on, I'm not knocking them or anything, they've got a great deal and all that. I mean, it's a great hunt and all that, but now you've got people paying for coyote hunting. They're leasing the coyote hunt and all these deals. You know, used to, everybody and their dog let you go hunt coyote hunts anywhere you want. Now they're paying for them. They've commercialized that so much. And God dang, there's goddamn million coyote hunters, and I don't.
My phone rings off the hook. About middle of December on, guys wanting to know, hey, can we get on your property? Hey, I've already got guys I'm letting, Zach does it. You come on hunt it a couple of times. I've got local guy here that one of my farmers, he hunts some, let him, and then Justin,
and now
my friend.
everybody's fighting over it. And they'll go out from under you, try to go under you to get your land. That's happening. That's like this one kid that's been hunting for me with the last several years, and a good son of a bitch. But he was working for an outfitter company and blah, blah, blah. And they'd have the waterfowl, but they wouldn't have the coyote hunting. And he was going just because they had the waterfowl. Mm-hmm. Well, the coyote hunting may go to the landowner. He'd be hunting on it. Anyway, it's created a big, big stink. And with one of your competitors, I mean, it went to shit in a hurry. But that's what's happening. Guys at all costs. And that and the social media, everybody's chasing that status. Status deal. I've done this. And with that and thermals, man, it's a whole different ballgame. That's why I'm kind of over the old contest scene period. I just want to go hunt. I want to have fun. I want to go all over the country. And, I ain't got nothing to prove. I've been there, done that. But to tell you the truth, I can't compete with these guys. These guys nowadays, they're just, on a calling contest, you're damn right.
Yeah.
I put me up against anybody. But just like the guy, here I am cussing, but I represent this Southern Precision Outdoors. They're a thermal company, all that. But there's guys out there now, they got them thermals that you can go out there and kill a coyote at 800 yards at night. And ain't much trick in calling up a coyote at 800.
No.
But there is something to kill it. And I'm not that guy. I could do it, but there's too much math involved. Like they've got them clip-on thermals to where you take a long-range shooter that competes at it. He's got his day gun. He's got all of his ballistics and all this. If it's 650, I go to here. Reticle and this. Gives me a headache even talking about it. But you put that clip-on in front, you use that deal, you got that rangefinder, boop, 815 yards, boop, go up to my reticle, boop, and shoot something.
Yeah.
And, me, I'm still fucking Davy Crockett Dave. Yeah, I'm still out there. And I don't, inside of 400, yeah, they're dead. But it's just a totally different. That's why my hunt is a shotgun only hunt. And next year I'm gonna make it some bitch a hand call shotgun only hunt. It'll be a damn sure man hunt, and because then it's a true calling contest, and that's what I'm in the art of fooling a coyote, not shooting a coyote.
Wise County or one of them had a hog deal I saw the other day, and somebody was bitching and griping because I wish I would have really dug into it, but I didn't. But I think 385 pounds, which is a big ass pig these days. 390.
Yeah, my boys are in it.
That's a big ass pig nowadays. Now, 10, 20 years ago, that wasn't as big, but with thermals and stuff, it's kind of like helicopter hog hunting. They're shooting pigs a lot more than they used to, kind of like your bobcats. You start killing all the big pigs. So a 390-pound pig, but it's easy to get a pig and feed that son of a bitch for 6 months somewhere.
It happens.
Yeah, of course
Same
it
with
does.
the bobcat. Same with the bobcat. You got guys going out there putting out cameras. Say you got an old barn over here. You find that old cat over there. All right, you take some old boy that's making $25,000 a year, working at Allsup's, and he can go out there and make $50,000 on one weekend.
That's how much they win?
Yeah, first place I think was $55,000. That's just on first place. I think fifth place paid like $8,000. My buddy won it, but you take it out there and you're not baiting it, but you go out there and throw a chicken out to that.
You're feeding it all the time, year round.
Yeah, you keep that and throw a little wormer out there. Keep that sun gun in good shape. It happens. We have an old man there in Archer, and he just recently died, but he would feed his cats on his back porch. Well, this bobcat and a coon and a fox, they all come up there. So, hell, he got to, he's like Dr. Doolittle. He's feeding all the goddamn animals. Well, that cat got big old fat. Everybody in the dog, but he lives in town. So you got to shoot him with a BB gun. So everybody with a little pat, come on across the street here, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, and that shit happens. Same with that hog.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought in a 572 pound and pull it up on that. That's some bitches, but it's an old domesticated hog that went feral. You know, but I don't give a shit. It's a big bit.
We've been shooting pigs here for this pig. The biggest pig we ever shot was probably shot 35 years ago out here. We shot it up by the Wagner up on Gilland, and it weighed 408 with its head cut off. So it was a 450-pound pig probably.
Yeah.
It took a full size pickup. You had to push the back to get its ass.
Well,
in
I
there.
know.
It's a big ass pig. You don't see pigs like that no more. For us to kill a 300-pound pig is very unusual anymore.
They stand out in a crowd.
Yes,
Yeah.
But 30 years ago, a 300-pound pig was not that unusual.
No.
They are nowadays.
Well, I say that you say that. You know, years ago we used to hunt them with dogs. Old Brian Beasley, a friend of mine who died of cancer, he had a place called the Boar's Nest over there at Archer City, and he hunted on me, and we hunted with dogs, and he had stand hunts. You know, that was his gig. And one night they killed a 406, a 406-pound sow, and he was taking these South Africans out, right? And he had to wind up shooting the sow because she wound up killing two of his dogs. He hangs that old deal up, and them South Africans, they went to gutting that some gun, and 18 babies fell out of that deal, and them old Africans went to picking them up. Oh, we're gonna get good today, Mr. Clay. We're gonna get good today. And I say what? And they went and got a big old pot and boiled a bunch of water and throw them little baby fetuses in that daggum deal. And I said, what? Oh, Mr. Clay, we're going to eat good today. We're going to eat good today. You know, wearing them khaki shorts and hiking boots. And I said, no, Clay's not going to eat good. And then a little bit later, they pulled them out of that goddamn water and eat them like they were fucking Snicker bars. Oh, you got to try one, Mr. Clay. And I said, boy, there ain't enough dope in America to get me to drink water. Yeah, just throw them in their hole. Yeah, boil them up.
How big were they?
Huh?
How big were the pigs?
Oh, shit, they're
about the size of your fist?
About the size of my fist, yeah.
But you don't see the big pigs like you used to because the helicopter hogs, the trapping, the thermals. I mean, them guys are shooting a shitload of pigs every year. Now, there's a ton of pigs that are 75 to 125 pounds.
Yeah.
But I saw that, and I saw a bunch of people are bitching and griping over there because of the cheating, I'm sure. And I don't know how much money's being paid in that kind of tournament either.
First place paid $77,000 last year.
On the biggest pig one? Ooh, that's a lot of money.
Biggest cutters paid $13,000, I think.
Wow.
And they pay up like 10 places.
We need to go get us a pig now and start for
Feeding
next year.
Well, like I say, they don't always. We got the feed yard up there. You know, we got Doug's feed yard, my other buddy's feed yard up there, and there's pigs come up there grain fed every night. We still don't get them big.
Tap out at like 250.
You know, we've killed a 254. My boy killed a 254.
Yeah, I mean it's to get them that big is tough. There's you know where Harmel's barn is right before you come into Seymour on 82. That light's there. A lot of times you'll see them pigs at nighttime right there, but you don't see no pigs hardly. Like you said,
no
150, 200-pound pigs about what you're going to see.
Not a norm. Yeah, 250 is a big son of a bitch now.
If you see a pig by itself, it would be a big boar.
You go east down there where they got peanuts and stuff like that. Their nutrition, their coyotes are bigger, their cats are bigger. It's weird. Like last year at that Range County hunt that we hunted in, I think a 56-pound coyote was paid for the big coyote. Down here, a 40-pounder is a giant. And, I mean, we have killed a 50-pounder once.
When you get up north of the pig, coyote's going to be a lot bigger too?
Yeah, well, not really. You know, I hunt Wyoming and damn sure not.
So
Nevada.
a 56-pound coyote is about as big as it's going to get
anywhere. Yeah, that's a big badass son of a bitch.
What weight won your contest last week?
38.
38?
But my contest had like 12 teams in it.
Right. But a 38-pound coyote, though, is a big coyote for an animal that's not as tall. People don't realize coyotes aren't real tall animals.
No.
I mean, that's a
Hello, Jamie Nell, who won it, he had a goddamn giant freaking coyote. And that's what's wild. You know, you'd have swore his coyote weighed twice as much as that 38-pounder. Mm-hmm. But it's wearing out. And like a mangy coyote will weigh heavy goddamn every time. The scar tissue and the water that they retain. Right. Yeah, my boy one year, he only killed one coyote in my hunt. And it was a mangy coyote. And I said, get up there and weigh it. He goes, oh, he ain't going to weigh that. He's a little bitty. And, of course, they look little because they ain't got no hair on them. And then, hell, he was winning it. It weighed 41.6. And at the last minute, last 5 minutes, the guy come in and beat him by 4 ounces. But But yeah, it's weird. Like I say, Jamie had a coyote, looked like a goddamn horse, and I go, that's the winner right there. Yeah, but hell, it weighed 34.
Yeah, they were hoping that they were going to win both, big and most.
And I
guess
thought
only
they
won
would.
most.
Yeah, because the guy that beat them killed one coyote.
And that was it?
Yeah, they're from Cisco, and they wasn't even going to come. And then they said,
We got it.
yeah, we go. Yeah.
I got a coyote in the peanut country that I've seen a dozen times this
Jeff
year.
swears it's a wolf.
No, it ain't a wolf. It's just big, but it's dark.
Black.
Almost black. Not black,
Oklahoma,
but
you know,
a
it's-
very dark coyote. More than, like, when he ran with others, he was a whole lot darker. I'd see him
Yeah.
all the time, and I didn't see him the last couple of weeks. I'm assuming someone shot his ass. But
Yeah, you get east, you get into them black coyotes, solid black coyotes, and I've never even seen one. I want to kill one, but you know what would really make a goddamn some of the biggest coyotes ever brought in at a contest been eating watermelon. You go down
all
the
the water?
Dilley and around there, yeah, they eat the shit out of them watermelon.
And just
yeah.
retain that water.
I'll be damned. Yeah, yeah. I would have never thought that.
So yeah, Bucky was saying that the first day was kind of rough just because the wind, it was hot and windy. And
Oh, windy
kept
as
them down.
shit. Yeah, yeah. They had a good day. I think they wound up killing like 9 on the first day.
Yeah, but he was worried just because nothing was. Well, compared to what he normally saw, he was worried with the wind and the conditions that it wasn't going to be worth the shit.
Yeah. I was mad because that's the first time I ain't never hunted it. And which I wasn't that mad because it was a windy son of a bitch. But yeah, there were three, 4 teams that said if I didn't hunt it, they'd get in it. So I didn't hunt it. Not a one of them came.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
did anybody shoot any mountain lions this year in any of these contests?
No, not that I know of. They're out and about for sure. Especially you get down south, they're pretty prevalent.
Bucky let his boy wear that belt buckle to school. He said he's going to have all sorts of girls
shit.
just,
Hell yeah.
just coming at him for that belt buckle.
Damn right.
We
He's proud of it.
I've seen an increase in foxes around here lately.
Oh yeah. After that PK fire, I've never seen a fox up in my country. And after that PK fire, probably 10, 12 years ago, been a long time ago, it blew them out. You know, PK was covered with fox, and it blew them out because fox don't coexist with coyotes very well at all. If you got a lot of coyotes, you ain't got a lot of fox. If you got a lot of fox, you ain't got a lot of coyotes. And we got them up there in my country, but they stay in town where the coyotes can't get them.
Yeah,
See,
that's
that's
where
where
ours
we-
are.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Going on the west side of town, we see foxes there, and then
My house.
I'm
around
guessing
Hunt.
they expand their range as winter dissipates because in the spring we'll see them on our Ring Video doorbell a lot.
They're around Hunt Oil, or what used to be Hunt Oil, Rivercrest, or whatever. It's right by my house. I see them a lot. Like if I went out in my yard and I seen one today, it wouldn't shock me. Tony, did he tell you about the supply house? He went to supply house the other day. He's talked to me on the phone. He's going to pick something up. He goes, "Damn fox just ran in that building. You know that little barn right next to the supply house."
Yeah.
And I go, "What?" He goes, "Fuck yeah." He said, "Some bitch just jumped right through the window." It was one of the days it was real cold. He goes, "Guess that sucker was cold." Tony goes, "Well, some bitch just jumped out now." And so Tony walked in and asked the guy. He said, "Oh, I walked in there, just scared the shit out of me the other day, and it jumped out." So I guess there's a family, but that's right where we see them at, right around there, right around the edges of town. They're all over.
Are there contests that even count foxes?
Oh yeah,
There are?
Yeah, they got the Ballinger Big Fox contest. Yeah, well, even West Texas Big Bobcat. Mm-hmm. They finally hit 100 this year. You know, most fox side pot.
Yeah.
They killed over 100.
One person killed over 100, or
One team.
No shit.
Jesus.
God almighty.
Yeah, and everybody like, there's no way they killed. When me and Mitch hunted down there at when he was at Junction, coaching at Junction, we hunted down there around, I think it was Sonora or somewhere. We're looking for a big cat naturally, but we killed 5 fox on the first stand, and it's 85 degrees during the day, and I never called up fox. They are the dumbest son of a bitch.
They are dumb?
Oh my God!
You can domesticate them like a cat.
They jump on the, put your collar on the pickup. They'll jump on the pickup to get to that collar. You can't run them off. And it was cool at first, but when you're looking for a cat,
Yeah.
And you're at night and you got that red lens, oh, there's one. Oh, fucking fox.
Another fucking
Oh,
fox.
fuck. Every stand we called in 5 or 10 fox.
Really?
And
They must run
dumber
pretty
than
big.
shit.
and you need
Packs.
to shoot them with a shotgun because they're like shooting rats on crack. They never stay still. Goddamn. Yeah, because I could have swore I killed 10 of them and he wasn't there. I said, "Oh, motherfucker, moving the thing." And their kill zone's about that big. So,
No, those are we're shooting gray foxes here, right?
yeah, gray fox. You go to the east, you get more red.
Boy, I tell you what, I was in Canada and I saw red fox the first time I seen one, and it was absolutely a beautiful animal.
Yeah.
How red they are.
Yeah. Yeah, I hunted that Weatherford hunt by myself years ago. But the bad thing is we don't have fox, especially at that time. And you had its best score. You had 6 coyotes, 6 cats, 6 reds, 6 grays. Well, nobody killed any more coyotes or cats than I did. But they beat me on freaking red fox and gray fox, so I don't hunt that contest no more because I ain't got none of them. I guess I can go.
You could come up here and we could you could easily shoot you.
Yeah,
your foxes
right
no
reds.
Oh, you can too around your grandpa's place right west of town.
I think I don't see a bunch of them. I think it's only like 2.
No, I think that if you see 2 or 3, if you're seeing them, they're there. I promise you, and they're not just 1 or 2 of them.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think you'd have any problem at all. Right around the edges of Knox City, Sandy Lane and stuff. I think there's a lot of them right around town.
My father-in-law, he's got a peach tree in his front yard, and he was thinking somebody was stealing his peaches in the middle of the night, so he put up a camera. And the foxes would come out of because he lives right by the golf course.
Foxes,
and they'd come
here,
out there.
Andy, we don't have that many of them now.
He saw 2 on there, but they'd jump up, and hell, they can jump high, and they'd knock those peaches down, and they were just going to town on his peach tree.
I bet that was wearing him out, wasn't it?
He's like, who the fuck is stealing my peaches? Somebody's stealing my peaches.
What I was talking about here the other day is, used to when I was a kid, every yard had a pomegranate, a pear tree, or a peach tree.
There's 2 pomegranate trees in Knox County I know of.
Yeah, I ain't seen a pomegranate tree in and that's what kept me alive during the poor boy days. Over, you had John Swanson had a Swanson oil truck and all that over at Electra. They had like a garden. It had grapes and they had peaches. They had every kind of fruit. We were some robins. we were them foxes over there. Come out. We gonna eat good tonight, boys.
But he was pissed and my mother-in-law got on his ass a little bit. He had a kid knock on his door. Hey, you mind if I have a peach? And he's like,
please tell me he didn't tell him no.
He's like, you can have one. You can have one today, but just don't be coming here all the time. And my mother-in-law was like, Charlie, he came up and asked if he could get some peaches. We got more than enough than we need. Let him have however many peaches he wants. So he goes back out there. He's like, you take however many you want. But he thought it was the kid that was stealing he thought it was a neighbor kid stealing his peaches. So he's going to catch that little kid and ended up just being the foxes.
That's my favorite fruit that we grow here.
Peaches?
Yeah. And you don't find, I can't stand pears. They're too grainy or something to me, and peaches, but you don't ever get a peach crop hardly ever at all. No. Frost gets them or something. Like Charlie, them poor guys there, if they're waiting to sell peaches, about every 10 years you get a good peach crop.
Yeah.
And he babies that peach tree.
I'm going to plant some behind my house right now.
Oh, he babies the hell out of them.
Watermelons and cantaloupe. Yeah.
Andy's father-in-law is the best gardener within 100 miles of here.
Well, see, that's a bad thing. I suck.
He's very good at it. I mean, like really, really, really good at it. And he does really well.
We can't even grow flowers. Jesse wanted to be my wife wanted to be a flower enthusiast this spring, so I got everything situated and tilled up and all this other stuff, and she plants all of her flowers, and we're sitting there, and all the flowers have died except for one, and it's growing straight up. And she's like, "That's the ugliest damn flower. Like, let's just pull it up. It's terrible." I said, "No, let's just let it ride and see what it turns out to be. Maybe it's something that'll bloom in the fall." Her mom comes over about a month later, and she's like, "Why you got corn growing in your flower bed?" It was a fucking corn stalk. It wasn't even a flower.
The cats in your neighborhood probably pissed on all your shit, probably killed everything, all the alkaline.
We can grow the hell out of one corn stalk, but we can't keep any of the flowers alive.
I got on a squash last year. I took some of them old galvanized water troughs of mine with the bottom rot out. Man, I make me a raised bed, put all the shit in there. And my squash did good. My tomatoes did pretty good, but they got hot.
Squash will grow on the bowels of hell. I can't stand squash, and everybody that has a garden wants to bring squash.
Shut your mouth.
I'm not a squash eater.
I was just starting to like
fried squash.
My wife makes squash fritters. You ever had that?
No.
She makes them like salmon patties, and she grades them up and puts like cheese or something in them and fries them, and that's probably the only way I like squash.
You don't like fried squash either?
I'm just not a big squash. I love okra.
Fried okra.
I love fried okra. I'm just not a. But everybody brings you squash. I'm gonna bring you something from my garden. Goddamn, here's some more squash.
Bring me all that shit.
See, I don't like squash.
Goddamn, I could eat my weight in squash.
Yeah.
Fried squash. Because Kelly, she'll cook it all up and she'll just put it in the fridge. And it's like potato chips for me. I sit in there and watch TV and eat that.
See, I'm not
cold fried squash.
Not my.
Do you eat many calf fries?
Yeah.
You still do that?
Oh, yeah.
A lot?
Yeah. But I trade them for crappie.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because when we go Brandon, I have.
I bet you got a ton.
Yeah, tons of them.
Yeah, it's crappie season's about to start for you, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Have
but it was terrible last
Have you done
year.
the pickled
Pickled crappie?
crappie? Yeah, it's good. I'm telling you right now. You try it. I know right now you're like, fuck that shit. I'm from West Texas. I
If
want to
it
fry
ain't
this
fried,
shit.
I don't want no part of it.
Ron Stanfield, that was his deal. He was we were in Alaska one time, and we'd been in the woods for 10 days, and we come back, and this place was famous for the salmon. So we got salmon. Well, salmon is poached with dill sauce and stuff. This old lady, first of all, the waitress was 6'2", and she weighed about 385. And they kept talking about, oh, Jill's coming, Jill's coming. So Jill comes in, and Dad goes, God damn, boy, Jill could stop a clock. I was expecting a good-looking sumbitch after 10 days of not seeing a woman. And this big old beehive, big old chick comes. It looks like Lulu off Hee Haw. She comes in, and so we ordered fish, and they brung this poached salmon, and my dad was about to cry. He's like,
I'd be just like him.
He's like, what's this? She goes, well, that's your salmon. He goes, well, I like my fish with a little cornmeal and some grease on that shit. He goes, I don't want to eat that.
And I like it cooked.
Yeah, he was not impressed at all. But anyways, if you'll take crappie, an old fireman, Captain Graham at Wichita, fished at Lake Kickapoo and had a lake house. We used to go there all the time. They do it. He would take crappie, raw crappie, roll it up with a sweet pickle and an onion and put a dill in it and put it in that brine and that bread and butter pickle juice.
You know why I coyote hunt? You know why I coyote hunt? Because I have zero fucking patience. Could you see my bitch ass? Hey, let's roll this crappie up. Let's sprinkle a little this on there. Let's do this. Let's do it to the next one. Fuck no, man. I fucking throw that shit.
That's why you already said he's not a good gardener. That's why. No patience.
Yeah. Shit's good, though. I'm telling you right now, it's really good.
I tell you what, you make some, you call me down here.
And I'll eat it.
When I come down here, I'll be the royal tester.
I'm gonna come down and go crappie fishing with you this year then.
Yeah.
And then I'll do them and bring them back to you.
He ain't gonna he's gonna have my mom do it. He's not gonna do it.
I ain't either.
What's I don't understand that. What's the results the same? Michelle said, will you mow the yard? You bet. And I got a guy that mows the yard. Is it not? The yard's mowed.
Exactly.
The end result is there.
Absolutely.
You should be happy no matter how it gets it.
Is all
That's
that
right.
matters.
I mean, that's what I get. If I tell my guides to go do something, I expect them to do it. I don't give a shit how it got done. Do it.
Yeah.
You know?
I was frustrated with my wife the other day. We went to
that's an everyday deal.
We went to Saltgrass for a steak.
It's not a bad place to eat.
Love it. It's a good place. Well, I ordered the dinner steak, and it comes out big. She gets the lunchtime steak, and it's fucking thin and everything, and she ordered it medium, and she cuts it open. She's like, this is medium well.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, do you want me to call the guy over? Like, what result do you want to have happen?
Yeah, there's
and
not
she's
one.
like, nothing. I just want you to acknowledge that. I'm like, I can get you a result if you're looking for a result, but I just don't want to hear you just bitching about it. If you're not, I don't want to hear you bitch just to
That's
bitch.
what they enjoy is the bitching part of it. There,
because my blood pressure starts to rise, and I'm like, okay, do you want some of my steak? I'll give you some of my steak. No,
She
I don't
doesn't want you to fix her problems.
I don't want your steak.
you need to do like I do. Build another room on the farthest side of the house. That's why Kelly lives on that side of the house. I live on this side of the house. She did come in there and fix my Clayboy mansion up the other day.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know, the side of the house I live in, there's a big, giant room. Called kind of my man cave room. That's where I stay. And I've got shit scattered everywhere because I don't throw nothing away. I've got every hunting call. I've got trophies from kids when they were 6 years old. I mean,
sentimental reasons.
Yeah, I got everything. Every softball jersey I ever played. But then in that room, there's a little side room that goes over it. It's open, and I've got like a deal that covers it with a painting on it, you know. And but you go around that cubby hole, and that's where my bed is. Well, I moved my bed inside this big open closet, you know, put it in there, and then I got me a bookshelf I like to read. I got this big giant, went up to McMurtry's. They were selling the bookshelves off there, put all my books on it. Yeah, this is like my little Clayboy mansion, my own little. And so Well, then next thing you know, Kelly, there's a light switch over there that we could never figure out where the fuck it went to. It didn't turn nothing on there. It didn't turn no lights on. Well, then I got to fucking with it. There's a damn plug.
Outlet. Yeah.
Yeah, outlet over there, and that's what it does. Turn it off.
Right.
So Kelly, she went and got me some Christmas lights, and she put them all over the opening of that closet over there. So now, when I'm in the mood, and I don't have to say, "Hey, you want to go fuck?"
You turn on the Christmas
lights on. She knows the Christmas lights on. I'm in there fluffing it, and come make yourself available, and then I'll put on. I got my Barry White. I wish I had my phone. Oh yeah, baby, yeah. So now we got a code system, but yeah, you'd be better off just stay away.
Yeah, I was just like, what do you want me to do here? Like, there's more steak than I'll eat.
You're learning at a young age.
Have
too.
some of this. It's perfectly cooked medium, just like you wanted.
Mentors like us.
And I'm just like, just take some of this steak. I don't want your steak. I'm like, okay. So what are we gonna do here? Nothing. I just want you to acknowledge that my steak's not right.
Okay. Yeah, that's not fixed. Michelle, your mom does me that way sometimes, but a lot of times, mom will be like, first of all, I don't want you to fix this.
If she'd led with that, that'd have been fine.
So
but
now
I was looking for a solution.
Say nothing. I just listen to it. But
I was problem solving, and she didn't want to hear my solution.
Yeah.
So like if you'd have been with a guy, and he just said my steak's done, you'd be like, okay. And then the waitress could come up and say, hey, this is cooked too well. I want a different steak. But yeah, it don't work out.
Or just eat it. Like if it would have been mine, I did not said a word, and I just ate it, and I'd have moved on with life.
Three things I want to talk about before I forget, because I'll get later on. We'll get down to this. And I'll be like, fuck, I wanted to ask Clay this. First of all, I watched the first part of the hockey game last night. The first deal.
Damn.
And that's all. Did you watch any of the hockey game?
Yeah,
I watched the first part of it, and I got bored.
I did.
I don't
fell
under,
asleep in the
same way.
Yeah.
It's not football. I don't understand the game. It's a great game. I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
It seems like organized chaos all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, guys just hitting shit. I don't understand the game. Canada won. It's their sport. It's overtime. I guess they're getting a little cocky today and a little chippy. I don't care. Good for them. It's their sport. I have no problems. I don't have no problems with the Canadians anyway, so I didn't give a shit. I wanted us to win, but I didn't get a loose sleep over it. Second thing is, the Cowboys lost Zach Martin. That's a big loss to them.
That is big. Yeah.
And that's not somebody you just replace.
No.
It's kind of like Lane Johnson with Philly. Somebody's been around 12 years. He's a great tackle. You can't replace guys like that hardly at all. That's gonna. I think that's gonna hurt the Cowboys long run.
It will, but I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna lie. I am way off of the flag football. You know, football ain't football like it used to be. And I play fantasy football, and I do that. And that keeps me involved in it. But I can't tell you the last time I watched a damn football game because, I mean, college football. Watch college football.
It's the same though with their targeting rules.
I know it. I know it. But
and then get a guy kicked out.
But they don't. At least they kick the goddamn kickoff off and have, you know. I didn't even know.
You think they're going to change that in the NCAA?
Who knows? But like I say, you can't really even compare the stats of the day with the stats of the 70s and 80s.
No.
I mean, that's unfair. Like Tom Brady, don't get me wrong, bad motherfucker. But he has been privy to a fucking watered down. They can't hit you.
No, he wouldn't have played 25 years if he was Terry Bradshaw.
He'd have played 3 years. Yeah, they'd have killed that son of a bitch. And so to compare that game, same with the defensive backs. You can't hit nobody. You know, defensive backs in the 70s, 80s did not go over the middle with their hands up in the air like this because they knew they were freaking going to get some ribs broke. But now
as a Cowboy hater, Roger Staubach, if he played in today's game, would be a superstar.
Oh,
because Roger Staubach was a great athlete and he was fast. Steve Young type guy. Steve Young was great.
Yeah,
Roger Staubach was the same kind of guy.
Well,
Steve Young played today's game with this read option shit would be absolutely amazing. But you take a guy like, we'll take Joe Montana. Joe Montana played when you could get the shit knocked out of you, and he kept playing and playing and playing. If Joe Montana played with today's offensive linemen and the rules we have, would be an unbelievable football
Dan
player.
Marino.
Yeah.
God damn, it'd be so stupid. Dan Marino would have like 9 million yards, you know. Yeah, because he was or even Dan Fouts.
Yeah, you can't compare eras because it's a different game. But I think that's a big loss for the Cowboys.
Oh yeah,
Zach Martin retiring is a big loss for them.
They got a lot.
Did you watch much of the hockey game last night?
Fell asleep in the third period. I woke up when it was over.
I fell asleep in the second, woke up at the end of the third, watched the overtime, the end of the third and the overtime, then went back to sleep.
I watched the first.
And I wouldn't say I actually watched it because I was TikToking.
I was too.
Yeah.
I'd wait for the announcers to kind of get excited, and then I'd peek up. And then I'd look up.
I watched the first period.
I tried.
And Michelle goes, well, I tried, Jeff. I said, you know what? I said, I think it's time to put an old movie on. So I watched an old Clint Eastwood movie. I don't even remember which one. Oh, no, I did not. I watched a movie with Charles Bronson called Love and Bullets. You ever seen that?
No.
He's a Cleveland detective, and he has to go to pick up a girl the mob's trying to kill, like in Norway or somewhere, Sweden or some shit. It's pretty good.
Now, I did watch when I was a kid, I watched semi-pro hockey. Abilene used to have a semi-pro team, the Abilene Aviators, and we went there one time. It was fun to watch because those guys are fighting for a spot higher up. So they're laying the wood and a lot of fighting. I think
Did they ever have a fight last night at all?
I never saw one.
That's what I was wanting to see, was the fighting.
I had my boy all excited, like it's family hockey night. And I was like, yeah, the last game these two teams played, they had 3 fights in the first 9 seconds. And then they start playing and there's no fights. And my oldest
get bored.
He's kind of like,
it's almost like a tennis
where's
match.
the fights?
Yeah.
Right.
Or soccer.
Yeah.
Soccer on ice. I tried to watch it, and
we used to play hockey when we was little, but we we used a baseball. We had made us little old goals on there. And we had field hockey, but we had baseball bats. It was brutal.
Oh, tough on them shins.
No, fuck, I'm gonna tell you, you miss some bitch with a metal bat and it hit your fucking shins. It hurt. But
there's no doubt hockey players are tough as shit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, them guys getting slammed into that ice and crap are taking a fucking puck against the body.
Yeah.
I mean, and being a goalie.
I don't know how they do it.
Man.
You're looking at a hockey puck that's that big. You got guys skating all in front of you, and you got to keep tracks of that little puck that's coming a million miles an hour at your head.
I think that's why I watch TikTok. Watch old Ruby Drew. Yeah.
Okay, now I want to hear the Bigfoot story.
Hell, I thought I told that when I was on here.
Bigfoot story.
Not the one with Hutch and
where the Bigfoot stole his phone.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, you got to tell this story. Let me tell you this. So I'm in a swimming pool in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, 10 days ago, and a guy comes up and tells me this story.
Yeah.
He said, "Guys on your podcast told this story on a podcast."
Well, you know,
I said, "Well, next time I have him on, we're going to tell this story." So,
well,
floor's yours.
You know, after coming on here several times, and I talked about calling up the Bigfoot and all that. Well,
with Mitch and
all the other guys.
Hutch denies it all.
Everybody calls me and want to tell me their experience with a Bigfoot story. And I mean, you cannot believe how many. But I had a guy, and I can't remember his name. You know, it's not my story. You know, I told this story on Dale Brisby the other day, and God dang, they acted like I was the guy. I said I was just telling the story that was told by me. And anyway, this guy, he calls me up and he said, "Hey, I got a Bigfoot story for you." Apparently, he's a guide in East Texas, and you know, it's during deer season. You know, where they got deer stand 1, deer stand 2, and they're dropping guys off 4:30 in the morning. Well, they drop old Bob off. Over there in deer stand 1. He's going down here to.
You have not heard this? Oh, you're gonna laugh your ass off.
So he goes down to this next deer stand. They're fixing to drop off the next guy, and all of a sudden they hear pow, 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 and that's another thing. That was 6 shots, not 5 shots. Dude, I was just
right.
But anyway, fire. You hear a bunch of bullets, but bam, 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 and they go, "What the hell's Bob shooting at?" Goddamn 4:30 in the morning. He's on the goddamn ground blind. So they haul ass down there to go check on Bob. Well, they ain't got to check on Bob because Bob, they come upon him. He's running down a fucking highway. And they was going, "Wait, what happened? What happened?" He said, I just fucking shot Bigfoot back here. And they said, "What?" He goes, "I fucking just shot Bigfoot." He goes, "What happened?" He goes, "Well," said he was sitting inside this deer blind waiting on daylight, and he's Facebooking. And so he got his old phone out, and all of a sudden, fucking Bigfoot reaches in this fucking deer blind and grabs his goddamn phone and takes off with it. And he just immediately goes, boom, 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 starts racking off shots at the side of this goddamn deal. Well, then he gets out there and he hauls ass. He goes, ah! So this guy, he says, well, hell, let's go back there and check. He goes, fuck no. He said, take me back to this lodge because I ain't never coming back to this fucking woods. He goes, well, hell, we'll go back to the lodge and wait on daylight. He says, you can wait on the fucking Marine Corps to get here. So I am not going back in that fucking woods. Y'all don't believe me. I just shot fucking Bigfoot. So anyway, they take old Bob back to the lodge. And when it gets daylight, they go down there, and sure enough, they pull up that fucking blind, and there's 5 bullet holes in the side of this goddamn deal, and a big old pool of blood, and a blood trail heading through the woods. You know, and they got real woods. You know, it ain't like he said. Trees. So they all kind of looked at each other and said, "Motherfucker, did." And so they start blood trailing old Bigfoot through the woods. He said, if anybody had thrown a rock in amongst them, they'd have killed everybody. He said, you couldn't drive 2 pickup her ass with a sledgehammer. And so they're all going through there, and they trail him about 600 yards up there, and they get up there, and there's old Bigfoot laying there fucking dead. Still got the goddamn phone in his fucking hand. It's a goddamn like 400-pound fucking silverback gorilla, and they was like, where the hell's the goddamn gorilla come from? No. And so they load the damn deal up, take it in town, and the sheriff, and apparently it escaped from some compound at 40 miles up the road, and they didn't want to create a panic. Or,
right.
Oh, yeah, you created a panic. We got a motherfucker that ain't Bob up here. He ain't never going nowhere. He ain't never going nowhere. Yeah. But could you fucking imagine?
No.
Sitting in there and all of a sudden, fucking shit all over. I wouldn't have left the blind.
No.
Yeah, could you imagine a bow hunter?
Oh, God dang. I can't imagine anyone. No, I'd have lost it.
You can have the phone.
Wonder if Bob got the gorilla mounted afterwards.
But yeah, you wouldn't believe how many stories I get all the guys that come up.
Shot a gorilla.
That have never tell a Bigfoot story because everybody thinks you're stupid, but everybody thinks I'm stupid anyway. I don't give a fuck.
We had a guy this year here that's had an encounter with him. He said we were going to do a podcast with him. It was during waterfowl season. We were so busy, but he had one, but his wasn't a gorilla story. You imagine though? I'm serious. That fucking hand coming in there.
Yeah.
God Almighty, you shit all over. Oh.
I think I don't know. Would you rather have a gorilla or Bigfoot? Like, you kind of give a little bit of...
It don't matter at that time.
No. But like, you kind of think Bigfoot's a little bit intelligent. Maybe you can reason with Bigfoot. A silverback gorilla just fucking tear you to pieces.
Oh, yeah.
I told you, we talked about this yesterday. There was a zoo that 2 big gorillas were fighting. And this lady's like, someone get in there and break them up. That shit ain't happening. You show up your ass in there.
It wasn't last night. Well, it's like all them goddamn monkeys, them snow monkeys down there at Dilley, Texas. You ever heard about them?
Snow monkey.
No way. I thought I told y'all this story. They get down there at I was at a shooting competition years ago, and old Riley Matthews, a kid over there, and he goes, yeah, the other day it was funny. I was making a call. I was trying to call in a bobcat. One of the goddamn snow monkeys come in there and took off on my call, and I said, say what? Time out. I said, what did you say?
Dilley down by the Rio Grande? Yeah, there's a
so
bunch
Dilley, he says, he said, what'd you say? He said, yeah, you ain't never heard of the snow monkeys of Dilley, Texas? And he goes, I don't guess so. He goes, yeah. He said, I think in 1976, you know, they come from the mountains of Japan. You always see the snow monkey and the
Mount
water
Fuji
with damn snow crystals off of him, you know. Well, that's a snow monkey. Well, they were coming up overpopulated over there, so they were either going to have to kill them or relocate them. Well, this cowboy from Dilley, Texas, found out about them, and he volunteered to make a compound and bring them over here. So they brought them all over here, and had this big compound and kept them all that. Well, I think it was 92. They got out. They got a gate open. Somebody left the gate open, and they all escaped. So at one time, there was like 700 of these snow monkeys all over the goddamn country. You had to put locks on your water hoses.
Right.
I mean, they just fucked with everything, tore up your peanut crop. And you could look on National Geographic. They did a special on them, the snow monkeys of Dilley, Texas. And matter of fact, here, I think this fall,
Dilley, Texas,
they estimate that the last snow monkey was killed. They found the last snow monkey. Yeah. And
Those guys?
that was them. Well, what was weird, they created
Japanese
their
snow monkeys have called South Texas home.
they wind up creating their own language down here. You know, so to warn for like rattlesnakes, coyotes,
No
and they
shit.
run up a tree and go, set off an alarm. So they got thinking, they say, hey, I wonder if we take one of these Texas monkeys over there to Japan, if they would know what the fuck they're talking about.
Look at them all.
Yeah. And so they go up there they take his Texas snow monkey up over there, and apparently the snow monkey from Texas had a different kind of drawl because the first time that son went, where'd that goddamn hillbilly come from?
Yeah.
I've never been anywhere where there was a wild monkey.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Didn't you see him in Costa Rica?
Yeah, they got
Andy?
a National Geographic.
Yeah, Texas Monthly was looking for them.
Oh, yeah, they've got all kinds. But that National Geographic, it was quite funny.
That's crazy. And then they got their own dialect. They got their own Southern drawl.
Yeah. Did they chatter a lot when you were in Costa Rica, Andy? Are they loud?
When we went to Costa Rica, we had like a balcony, and like the house was on like a side of a hill, so the tree tops were kind of even with this balcony. And my mother-in-law was out drinking her morning coffee, and she hears them going off in the trees and everything. And then all of a sudden, she sees one walking on a branch towards her. I mean, hell, they're just this big. They're not very big. And they told us before, the people that own the house are like, don't leave cell phones laying on the side of the railing. Don't leave wallets. Like, they'll come up, snatch your shit, and run off into the trees. Yeah. And then some of those trees are 100 foot tall or whatever, and then they'll drop it, and like your shit's gone. So it got on the railing and like did like that to her, and she's filming it. She's laughing. It just fucking bouncing at her, and then I guess she didn't feed it or whatever. And they're like, do not feed the monkeys while you're here, because if you feed one, they're all gonna come, and you're gonna have them on your balcony the entire stay, and it's gonna take us about 2 weeks of them not eating to go off and do whatever. So finally it did that a couple times out. I like charged a little bit, and then it was like, oh, fuck it, she ain't gonna give me nothing. I didn't intimidate her enough. And then it went off in the trees. But they have howler monkeys there, and you'd hear them. You're off doing the nature trail, and you're hearing screaming all in the trees, and you're like, I hope we don't piss one of these off.
Them suckers over in India and places knock them people off them bikes and shit. Yeah. Fucking mean little bastards.
I'd be whooping their goddamn ass. It pisses me off watching them.
Yeah.
And I was like, goddamn, we just slapped the shit out of that stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I kept my youngest close to me because I was like, I don't want a little monkey like seeing something his size and thinking that I don't want Jameson looking at him the wrong way and thinking he's getting challenged.
What about goddamn, I'm losing my damn
the snow monkey.
Hey, what about
those get pretty goddamn big.
Have you seen
like 4 foot?
Have you seen the warthogs now that are invading South Texas?
Yeah.
There's a wildlife refuge down there, and they say they're getting to be they're more and more of them getting to be very.
Oh, it's just like them dang Russian boars. Them some bitches will populate like crazy. Yeah.
I wonder if the warthogs are as big as the wild pigs are. I wonder if they get as big, but they burrow up underground. Like they live in dens and stuff. But they are. So I guess someone brung them, or they got loose from them high fence places.
Shit, down south, they got every kind of exotic.
Yeah.
You know, they got axis deer. That's like Mitch. He killed that axis damn near in town in Junction. He lives right at the courthouse. Yeah.
We had a guy. He was a bomb disposal guy for the ATF out of Dallas, and they get a phone call in New Mexico. I can't remember where. Alamogordo, New Mexico,
or Los Alamos, one of the two places.
One of those places
where the lab's at.
And they've got a bomb threat at a research facility, and that's all they tell them. It's a government research facility. We need bomb technicians out here. So they pick up all their shit and they drive to New Mexico. And when they get there,
PETA people or someone had supposedly
they say you're going to need to make sure all your skin's covered up. And they said this place is a research facility. All these monkeys have measles and just
Ebola,
flesh-eating bacteria, and one of the PETA people put a bomb or an unknown device underneath one of its cages, because the way those cages are set up is they've got a crawl space to where they can clean their shit out, but it's all like a grate floor. So they fucking play rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to climb under there and go get that suitcase from the Ebola monkeys. And monkeys are all freaking out and throwing feces and shit at them. And Like,
Andy says feces, and he says throwing shit at them.
Yeah.
fuck this. Like they're freaking out, and so yeah, that was at the.
What was it they told him? They said, "Well, we can just
we'll just blow it up."
We'll
And they
just
said,
blow it.
no, you can't blow this up because if the monkeys get out, then we're
gonna have to go killing every monkey.
We got disease infested monkeys running around in New Mexico, and God knows where they're all gonna go. So you got to get that thing out of there without it detonating.
We don't have enough guns and bullets to kill all them monkeys, is what they told them.
God dang.
And we wonder why COVID got us.
Playing God. That's what we were doing.
Yeah.
Just throwing shit on them.
Just
They
freaking
like
out
that
above them.
Mankins monkey out there at Mankins. They used to have that
Oh, at the zoo or at the circus?
circus. They had that circus deal, but they used to have. They always told me they had a monkey in a cage up there, and that old man. I was trying to think, Debler, Luke Debler. He loved it when he'd see somebody pull over to go look at the monkey because all that monkey lived for was throw shit on him. As soon as you walked up there, hey, little throw shit on your ass.
I saw a TikTok the other day, a monkey sitting on the thing, and it takes a big old shit, scoops it in its hand, and it just goes, puts the whole turd in its mouth, and just chewing it up. It just sits there.
I tell you, you got a redneck cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at the cafe the other day, and I was telling, you remember the story about when I used to chase everybody around with turd on stick, doo-doo on stick, and I was telling that, and goddamn, I had them rolling and laughing. You have a lot of fun with doo-doo on stick. And well, then here come my buddy Melanie, my buddy's wife Melanie, which I've been friends with her. And they was like, I don't believe that. Believe it, I was there. I was one of the motherfuckers he was chasing. They had me running down. I looked like Carl Lewis running down. Goddamn, it was funny. Yeah, that's when I figured out, I couldn't ever figure out how all them people died in them stampedes at them soccer tournaments. Well, when you get 30 people trying to go through one doorway at one time, they look like a bunch of fucking hogs stacking. I had that old doo-doo on a stick. They just crawling up on them.
My favorite story is one that Jeff Marney.
Oh, God dang. Yeah, that was good, too. Like I say, we had a lot of fun with turds. Yeah.
Well, hit the BB story.
The baby story.
Oh,
God, no.
And it's still in there, isn't it? Still in his finger?
Nope.
You got it taken out?
Yeah, because he went to work Encore, and they had to cut it out because it was a conductor of electricity.
His dad just passed away, I saw.
Yeah.
I did see that.
Yeah.
His daddy was pretty old, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think he was like 80, close to 80. Yeah.
And their mom had passed away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she sure was a nice lady.
Oh, yeah. She had to be nice to put up with our dumb ass. Yeah. Yeah.
The
And
McMurtry
Jeff.
family, are they still around Archer City?
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Did
that's
you ever read that?
Mitch's- That's Mitch's
Yeah,
uncle.
yeah. Did you ever read that book? That's a Lonesome Dove. That's like
Oh,
800
yeah.
pages. You've
Oh,
read
yeah.
it?
And Streets of Laredo and all them books. Hell, yeah. Streets of Laredo, Comanche Moon. Hell, yeah. The
How
book-
old was he when he wrote that book? Was it later in life?
Larry?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was later in life. That was probably 80s.
I think his first big hit was HUD, wasn't it?
Yeah, HUD and yeah, I think
I'm
probably
gonna watch HUD. I've never
definitely.
seen it.
You never watched HUD?
No, but I went back and watched the Last Picture Show not long ago because my dad's in it. It's terrible. That's
The
most-
what?
The Last Picture Show.
Last Picture Show?
What a terrible show. God
it was
almighty.
awesome because it showed Sybil Shepherd titties.
That wasn't Sybil Shepherd's titties though.
Huh?
That wasn't Sybil
Body
Shepherd's
Double?
titties. Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Don't ruin that for me, motherfucker.
I can tell you after it over whose titties they are because you know you know her daughter.
Who?
I'm not going to tell you on the podcast, but when we get off the podcast, I'll tell you whose titties those are.
I can mute the microphone.
His mom.
And I can promise you that because her and my mom are good friends.
And they just cropped out her face. Was it like a neck
She was
and down?
she was the body double for that.
Oh, but damn.
And I can tell you who Sybil Shepherd's body double was when she was in the Last Picture Show was Kim Johnson.
Oh, but damn.
And Kim is a beautiful lady.
She's a cunt.
Sybil Shepherd?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, she was. There's
I thought you were talking
100%.
about Kim Johnson.
I worked for
Yeah,
the
I
movie.
thought Kim's a nice girl.
I worked for the movie during Texasville.
Oh, she's a bitch.
Oh, man.
What'd you do for the
I did
movie?
get to dance with her. Yeah, because we had a group party, with the grips and everybody. We went to Cheyenne Cattle Company and over there. Of course, they had the cameras and all that. Yeah, I paid for it, though, because they bet me I wouldn't ask her to dance, so I wind up I had 5 peach schnapps, 5 sex on the beach, and I went. And I drank every damn one of them. And then I went out there and I asked her to dance, and surprisingly, she said yes.
Yeah.
So I went out there and I danced with her and all this, and then we went. Well, by the time I got done with that dance is when all that alcohol hit me. And I went out and I went over there to try to get me another drink for some godly unknown reason, and the gal wouldn't serve me. No, you had enough. Bitch, I just fucking got started, motherfucker. I ain't fucking had enough. I called her a cunt, and I seen her push the bouncer button.
Yeah.
And I knew what that bouncer button means. I said, whoop, I better go. So I take my ass out, and I go out the door, and they fucking shoved me. There were 3 of them, 3 bouncers, and they shoved me. And I was leaving. They shoved me. And then I turned around and said, motherfucker, you goddamn, I will fuck you up, mama. And I did. He went and shoved me again. Old Dean, I hit him, put him to sleep, knocked him out, and then I started fighting them other 2. And I should have just stayed there and fought, but then 2 more showed up and because they can't get through the doorway, and I'm teeing off on them. And then I fucked up and I decided to run. Well, I couldn't even walk. So I fell off that second step. You know, I had them 2 little steps. And when I went to get up, I turned and they hit me with that goddamn mag glide across the top of my head, and it kind of addled me for a minute, enough to where they all got on top of me. And they all got on top of me, and they cuffed me. And that one old boy had his boot on my face. He squishing it like a bug into the concrete on my right side on the asphalt parking lot. Old Dean wakes up, and he comes over, and he goes, hey, like that, cowboy? Hey, like that? Get down in my face. And I like that shiner you're going to have in the morning. And that was a bad thing to say because he's a big old giant son of a bitch. He dropped his knee in the back, and I'm cuffed laying on the ground. They're going to talk about. He broke all the ribs on my left side, and the fight was over for me. And then I'm like, because it was kind of my bachelor party. And I was like, where the fuck is all my goddamn buddies at? And,
right.
And then all of a sudden, here comes my brother Lance. He's in there going, hey, you know, your brother's getting his ass kicked out there in the parking lot, don't you? What? So here he comes. He runs. He jumps off the deal, kicks one of them in the back of the head, but they ain't getting off my ass.
Yeah.
They ain't getting off me. And that Lance, I hollered at Lance, the fuck out of here. And he'll, fuck these motherfuckers. I'm a cow. He's looking for something to hit him with. I said, no, go. Somebody's going to have to get me out of jail here in a little bit. So he wound up, boy, it fucked me up.
They did take you to jail?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I called my, that was married to the practice wife, and I called her. I said, hey, Brady, you come get me. Where you at? Jail. Click. So I'm in there. I got blood all over me where they cracked my skull open, broke ribs. Oh, that's the most miserable 4 hours of my life.
What did you do on the movie?
I was at craft services, the greatest job ever. I didn't do a fucking thing. Craft services.
What the hell's that?
Basically,
he still doesn't know.
Gopher. But I really kind of helped the caterer guy, get set up, do everything. But I did everything they wanted me to do. All we did was fucking party. That's all we did. Yeah.
Like Annie Potts was a good looking gal too.
Annie was cool. We all ate at the Legion Hall every night. Of course, every actor up there was cool except for her. Billy McNamara. I mean, we all partied. We had Jeff, Timothy Bottom, Sam Bottom, Timothy and Sam. Timothy was an odd duck because he never got out of character the whole time he was there. He just stayed that way. And he liked the girls. He liked the ladies. But they stayed. They rented one of my buddies, Steve and Jeff Marnie's, rented their house, and that's where they stayed. But we partied. Annie, she was cool as shit.
Yeah, Sybil was a total bitch.
She wouldn't have nothing.
She rented a house in the country club.
She had a guy, Italian boy, was her bodyguard. Yep. And when we had the rodeo scenes up at the rodeo grounds, because she had flies, she wouldn't come out until it was time to deal. And she had him with 2 fly strips. Walk beside her to gather the flies. Oh, she was a bitch. My dad was in a picture show in Cloris Leachman, and my dad got into it, and he drives a car in the scene, and he was smoking my dad was a good looking big old guy. He's smoking a cigarette, and she goes, I don't like cigarette smoke. He goes, huh? She goes,
I don't like cigarette smoke. He goes, well, get your fucking ass out and stand by the car then. He said, I just kept smoking my cigarette shit. Which that's why Dad was about that
Was
shit.
Sybil a big star at the time?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, that
she
was right in the middle
That was
of
when that show with Bruce Willis.
Moonlighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moonlighting. Yeah, she was big then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
She was the big star of the show, basically.
she could pull it off then.
Yeah,
she could pull the bitchiness off.
She
because
was a total bitch, though, because
She wasn't up and coming and being a bitch.
No.
She had
But
already
old
made
Peter
it.
wasn't real cool with it. The director, McDonald.
Oh, really?
No. Oh, yeah, they had wars.
But it wasn't. She wasn't the only star. I mean, Dennis Quaid was in it, right? Was it Dennis, Randy Quaid? Who's Cousin Eddie on?
Randy.
Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid was in it, and Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
He was a big star.
I don't remember Randy being in it.
I thought Randy Quaid was in that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah,
He was in the first one. I know.
There's more than one?
That's Texasville.
Yeah,
that's Texasville. The first one was called The Last Picture Show.
Texasville was terrible.
Randy Quaid was Lester Marlowe.
Yeah, I knew that Randy Quaid was in it.
in the first one. Yeah, he was in the first.
He wasn't in Texasville too, though.
No, I don't think so. No, he was in the first one.
I didn't know this
he was the
a
goober.
series. I didn't know that this was a series.
There's two different movies.
Yeah.
They made one in
Texasville.
1970, and then they made the other one in whatever. I'm telling you right now, if you watch The Last Picture Show, and I think The Last Picture Show won some awards.
Oh,
it is
yeah,
the most
yeah.
depressing fuck. It makes Archer City, Texas, look like the bowels of hell. Does it not?
Well, it was
Cold.
pretty much a story. All the characters were actual people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a real story about Coach having an affair and all kinds of his
Yeah, I
wife.
can tell you exactly who is who and who. I can't do it on air. Of course, all of them dead now. But yeah, it was all that shit was going on.
But it portrays Archer City to be tumbleweeds
Exactly
going through
the way it
town,
was.
cold.
Yeah.
I mean, just not much going on.
That's pretty much the way it was.
Cost $1 million to make it back in the day.
The second one, Texasville, was more of the bust and boom type deal. Basically, it was a modern day Landman in some ways.
Yeah, it was not very good.
But what did Larry do before? Was he always like an author, or did he have other jobs?
Yeah, no, as far as I know, he's all I've ever known him. But
always a writer.
Look up Larry McMurtry.
Oh, he's right here.
Look up and see what it says about him.
yeah, like I say, he's always as long as I've ever.
Oh yeah, so he wrote all the way back into the '60s.
Yeah,
Last Picture Show was '66. Horseman Passed By 1962.
Terms of
Terms of
Endearment.
Endearment.
Yeah,
That's one I forgot about.
he had some badass shit.
He was a very, very talented person.
And just never left Archer City.
yeah.
No,
left.
he don't even live in Orchard City. Well, now he's passed on, but
Right.
he moved to Arizona. Yeah, he hadn't lived in Archer.
We live around Sedonia somewhere, Tucson.
He had a place up there at the country club. He had a house there. He'd come back and forth, but he mainly stayed in
Arizona?
Arizona. Probably the last 30 years. Probably he'd been.
Matter
Matter of fact, longer than that, because me and Kelly had our reception in his house. He didn't know it, but we were in there because he's got all these old antique, badass. I mean, giant.
It's right by the
mansions.
golf course, right?
Right by the golf
Yeah,
course.
I've been in there too.
And it's the old Taylor Mansion, and he paid $35,000 for that place. It was steel. But anyway, we get in there and everybody's getting a little rowdy. Mm-hmm. And luckily, me and Kelly were down in the basement shooting pool. Yeah. And everybody else is up there having tricycle races on these 100-year-old tricycles and shit. And I mean, it's getting Animal House up top, and I didn't want no part of it. And then somebody said, "Watch out, Judy's here." And that's Larry's sister, Mitch's mom, and she will whoop your ass. We like, fuck this, gotta go. We went out, there's a side door come out like a cellar
So you mean
door.
you crashed into this house? You didn't even have permission to be there.
Hell no. No, we were with Mitch and Matt and Matt. Yeah, we were having a big party.
Oh.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
they opened it up.
had, hell, let's
okay.
go to Larry's, blah, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. Yeah, and that's back in the hoodlum days, Mitch and Matt. And,
Does Larry have kids?
yeah, he's got James. Yeah.
It's his son, and he's the one that bought the Blind Pig or whatever the name of that bookstore was, right? What was the pig? What was the bookstore
Booked
there?
up. That was Larry's deal, but he sold it. They sold it. Oh, that all they people that's got a show nowadays. Dark-headed gal.
Joe the Gaines. Chip Gaines?
Yeah. They sold it to them. Ooh. No, Larry James is he's a musician. Yeah, pull his ass up there. Yeah,
James McMurtry.
James McMurtry. Yeah.
Did he write a song called about barroom or something?
Probably. He's got all kinds of songs. He's a cool dude. Yeah, he travels all over. What cracks me up, he'll come out there deer hunting and he'll kill him, and he don't. He's kind of like me. He's not gonna sit no daggone deal. He'll kill him a deer and he'll strap that son of a gun to the top of his daggone little old Toyota pickup. Got an old Toyota with a camper shell with a canoe on the top. Put it on there. It looks like he's pulling it out of 1952 and drive all the way back to Austin.
Does Larry own that house still at the country club then? Does his estate?
Yeah.
I went to something there one time years and years and years ago. And I don't know if when I was working at Huff Furniture, if we delivered something there, because his mom was at Rolling Plains or Rolling Meadows.
Yeah.
Mitch's grandma, because I delivered to her one time, and she was telling me she was Larry McMurtry's mom. This would have been like 1988.
Oh, he lives in Lockhart now.
Yeah.
30 miles south.
Yeah, he seems like he's got a pretty good music career.
Oh, yeah. He goes all over. He's traveling. Yeah, he just went all over I keep up with him on Facebook. He went all the way down the West Coast, Oregon, all the way up through there, taking his old canoe. He takes that old canoe and God dang,
You imagine how much money Larry McMurtry must have made in his life?
I could probably look it up.
A lot. Imagine a Lonesome Dove series. How much
just all
that's
the
worth.
Movies and
movie
rights to all of his books.
All them books. God dang. Well, just Terms of Endearment, Last Picture Show, and
that was Jack Nicholson's first big movie, I think.
Terms of Endearment,
or one he won an award. Maybe it was his first one he won an award for.
HUD was a goddamn Academy Award winner. Yeah, Paul Newman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, shit. Yeah, that's good. And that was also, kind of a true life deal. Yeah,
I've never seen it. I've read the book. I'm gonna watch that movie because I love watching old movies, anyways.
Yeah, it's sad.
But I went back and watched.
Sad deal about the 50s when they had all the big drought and they had to shoot cattle and all that. And they had to.
I want to watch it, but I did. I went back and watched Last Picture Show just the other day. I was reminiscing about Dad and I thought I want to watch this, and I thought I kept fast forwarding. And I thought, fuck that. Tried to turn it off. I thought terrible.
Yeah, because somehow I saw Lonesome Dove on the bookshelf, and I was like. I just saw the cover and I was like, oh, maybe I'll read that. And then I turned that some bit sideways and it's about that thick. And I'm like, nope. Put that right back.
It's one of them where you can't put down, though.
Really?
Same with
What's funny is I saw somebody on a TikTok and they were reviewing Lonesome Dove somehow. And they said it's intimidating to look at, but it's one of those that it's a page turner.
10 times better than the movie, especially Comanche Moon and Streets of Laredo. They're stupid in my opinion, but them books, I mean, yeah.
What's the new movie that was out last year? It wasn't Comanche Moon. It was the one they filmed in Pawhuska.
With Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's a great book.
Osage?
That's a great book.
Yeah.
Yes, they're good. I haven't seen the movie, but the book is really good.
The movie's all right. Yeah, it was.
Sometimes books are a whole lot better than movies are.
Well, that's way all Lonesome Dove, all them, way better than the movies. And Lonesome Dove was, iconic in my opinion. Good. So, matter of fact, we wouldn't let Dawson's wife marry into the family until she watched Lonesome Dove. She'd never seen it. And I said, what? She'd never seen Star Wars either. Which I thought, what?
She ever get in a switch fight?
Hell no. Hell no. Micah is not switch fight material. No, hell no. Very, very few people. We didn't have it this year.
You're getting older too, Clay.
Oh, yeah.
How old are you now?
58.
58. How much longer would you play football if you could play a tackle football game with full pads?
I'm working on getting one up right now.
At 58 years old, that's crazy.
I still do it.
Well, I think about that all the time because you told me one time when people tell you you're going to get hurt, there ain't nothing that's going to hurt me in this game as much as I'm on that fucking ranch.
Worse than that ranch does. Hell, the other day, I'm about healed up from my bruises. I had a cow get me down. That son of a bitch beat me for 10 minutes, and I couldn't get away from it because she had me down in a corner. Wild ass goddamn cow. Oh, I was bruised, and I don't bruise at all. I had bruises where she was hitting me in my leg. And I'm gouging, I'm chewing on that, you motherfucking cunt. And I couldn't get my pocket knife out.
You stab her?
Yeah, I was going to motherfucker was trying to kill me. I'd have killed her ass. I did that one time. We had, when I first took over this ranch, I had some wild ass crazy bitches on this sumbitch, and this one black baldy cow jumped out of the pen, took off. We never saw her again. And I never saw her. And then about a year later, we were going to gather the wheat field next to this pasture where that last time we saw this bitch. Well, I look out there and there's that black baldy cow. She's the one that been knocking the gate open and this wire gate, destroying this wire gate, getting out there on that wheat. I said, catch that motherfucker, boy. And I shook her loop down, and me and these other two boys headed out to her. Well, she went through the gate, went down, got into the hardwood brush, mesquite. I'm in the lead. I go through the creek, jump through the creek, and then there's this little opening, and I was able to catch her ass. And I catch her, and she drags me into the woods and the trees, and then she gets around the tree, so I'm going to wrap her up and tie her to this fucking tree and come back with the trailer and get her. Well, when I do, she winds up getting a foot hung up in the deal, and then I'm sucked out pretty tight with I can't get my horn knot off. So I bring old Bird up, and I can't get my goddamn horn off, so I had to cut my rope loose of the saddle. So I've got the tail of that rope in one hand, that pocket knife in the other hand, and I'm going up there to go ahead and finish tying her to this fence. Well, apparently I did not have enough wraps around that tree because she got that foot loose out from under that rope, and she gets loose, and she's coming to me, and them dallies around that tree's going, ee, and I finally had to just fucking let loose. Well, when I let loose, here comes that crazy bitch at me, and I turned to run, and I was going to climb up a tree to get away from her. Well, we had sprayed that pasture, so all the trees were fucking dead. Mm-hmm. So when I reached up there to grab that tree, my fucking tree broke. I fell over backwards, and when I fell over backwards, I'm on both knees, and I look up, and that bitch hits me right in the belly. She drives me into the base of that tree that I was trying to climb up, and she is wearing my fucking ass out. You motherfucking whore. I'm stomping. I got blood. I mean, I'm jobbing her with this pocket knife. I'm fucking trying to kill this cunt. And I'm jobbing her with that goddamn. Finally, she got enough of that goddamn pocket knife. She left me. Well, in the meantime, I have got blood all over me now. So Chris and Clint, they come around. They, goddamn, are you all right? And I said, that ain't my goddamn blood. Give me your rope. Catch that motherfucker, and I go catch it. Wind up catching her again, and I catch her, and when I get her tied down, I go to practicing my knife throwing skills on you fucking cunt, bitch. And then we tied her to another tree, and then I come back a day later to drag her out of there.
A day later?
Shit, well, that's kind of the protocol. Let them, no water, no wet, they get weak, and then you can suck them down. That's the way we used to do them bulls up in the mountains of New Mexico. And hell, a lot of times we leave them 2 days. And but anyway, she had broke that tree up, uprooted that goddamn tree, and we couldn't find her. 2 years later, I found her. She had 2 ropes on her and that tree on the deal, and she got it wrapped around the deal and wound up starving to death. That's what you get. She wasn't nothing but a bone pile. I picked my ropes up and took them back in the deal.
Have you seen this guy on TikTok? So he's got cows, but he's got 2 bulls, and one of the bulls does not like him. Rufus.
Oh, yeah.
You saw Rufus? Yeah, he got him.
Those guys die a lot.
Oh, these guys? I guess right there.
Rufus dies?
No, he's saying the guys like him.
Guys that fuck with these pet bulls, they get killed in droves. Yeah. They ain't got enough sense to get away from. Because right here, that bull's probably not going to kill him, but when Rufus comes up there and goes to fight, like my buddy Sam, he got wiped out. Another bull come up to fight that bull, and that bull run over him, getting away from the other bull.
So the bull's not trying to hurt him. They just...
Well, this bull got him... It wouldn't take his oatmeal cream pie or some shit like that. So he's standing on the other side of the tree, and then he calls... He can call Rufus. Shitty. So this guy calls Rufus.
That's a big-ass bull. God almighty.
Yeah, and like I say, when Rufus comes over there and he tries to get away from him, that's where you get hurt. But like I say, there's an old boy over at Winthorpe. He had a... that's what killed him.
Redford is this bull's name.
Yeah, had a pet bull.
Here
That
comes
bull
Rufus.
finally one day decided he wasn't a pet no more and killed his ass. Got him down in the pen.
Lex used to have a bull when I was a kid that you could pet and stuff, but my dad used to tell me all the time, don't get your hand between that pipe and that damn bull, because he said he'll just want you to pet him and break your damn arm just moving his arm over.
See,
Yeah.
now here comes Rufus, and now the other guy's like, all right,
Yeah, you better get the hell out.
I'll back up out of here and let
Rufus,
Redford.
the big Hereford.
Rufus
Hereford, yeah.
is, yeah.
That's a big old bull, too.
I guess Redford's younger than Rufus, and I guess they got a pecking order.
What do
Yeah.
those things weigh right there, Clay?
Situated.
Probably.
Oh, Rufus probably weighs, probably 22.
God almighty.
But I
Big.
guess he just eats out of his hand.
Huh?
He just eats
Yeah.
oatmeal cream pies out of his hand.
Yeah. But
So-
like I say,
One of these days, Rufus ain't going to be.
cattle are unpredictable.
Right.
And I mean, that's why it drives me crazy to see people to put these young kids on horses. I've seen them they kill you so goddamn fast, you don't even know it. Them kids, you're throwing them kids over there.
So riding a bull having a pet bull to ride with a saddle on is not a good move.
No, I'm telling you, they're animals. They're unpredictable as all shit. I have some, like the horse that fucked my face up, stepped on my face, all that. That's the most gentle son of a bitch there ever was. Never bucked him, nothing. But it just got in a bind in that one place. And I've seen them some bitches, shake, and you fall off. They kick you in the fucking head and you're dead like that. I could tell you 1,000 bad stories of kids and men being killed by or maimed by just the most gentle. There ain't no such thing as a pet when it comes to dealing with horses or livestock of any kind. But them horses and cattle are big enough, they kill you so fast you don't even know it.
Did you see the damn badger fucking with that old horse? That fucking horse pawed him
Yeah.
on top of the head.
Well, that's
Oh,
what
yeah, I saw that.
That's why I see these kids to where the parents, they let them kids go out there. You see it on TikTok all the time where the kid runs out there. Oh, there's Snowball. I'm gonna bet Snowball. They'll do that to that goddamn kid just as fast as they'll do it to that badger. If something just
him.
alarms it, and just out of the blue.
Did you see the camel pick up the
Yeah.
suicide vest guy by the head and throw him around?
Yeah, them motherfuckers.
The four.
Yeah, horses.
All Akbar.
Like my wife, my wife, she's sitting there. I had an old horse named Ellie, and Ellie's sitting there, and she's cleaning out a water trough, and she's petting old Ellie, just cleaning that water trough. All of a sudden, damn near got me thrown in jail for spousal abuse.
Oh.
Yeah, that some bitch reached over and bit her in the face.
Oh.
And she still wears a scar on it. Of course, she went to the hospital. They
Yeah.
get to the hospital, and law, they said she got bit by a horse. So I come to the house. I don't even know she went to the hospital. Come to the house. There's 2 laws at my house. You Mr. Reid? I said, well, yeah. Fuck you want? He said, you and your wife been arguing? I said, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? He goes, well, your wife is at the hospital. She says she got bit by a horse. And I knew immediately who had done it. Fucking Ellie, me and Ellie fought. We were like Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. We fought all the fucking day. He would stand on his back legs and paw at me, and I'd stick and move. So I run that motherfucker. Them cops say, Mr. Reid, we need to talk to you. You need to get the fuck out of my goddamn way. So I run old fucking Ellie up into the pen, the stall there, pull the gate round on the back, pull the fucking cedar stay out, and I beat that motherfucker like a redheaded stepchild. And them cops, okay, Mr. Reid, we're going to leave now. Yeah. We take your word for it now. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, he fucked her. She killed that son of a bitch. I said, goddamn, Kelly, you just now kind of started making a fucking horse. I mean, that fucking horse, we had fucking hell with him. When I first went to work for the ranch, there was 2 of them. You had Stupid and Ellie. That's what I named it. And Ellie was out there, and old John told me, he said, yeah, you can ride him. I bought him. I don't have no use for him. So I go out there, and there's a big set of pins there, and I got my bridle and my reins in my hand. I whistle him up. Boy, Ellie, big old giant buckskin horse, looked like John Wayne's horse, or Gunsmoke. Boy, he looks at me, and here he comes. Whoa, and I said, well, look at this motherfucker. He ready to go to work. I like this horse already. He's coming in to a whistle. Well, as he closed in on me, I knew he wasn't coming in just for a whistle. Somebody's got his ears laid back and his teeth is all blowing. I go, holy shit. And he tried to bite me when he went by me and then tried to kick me when he went by the back part. You motherfucker. And so I shut the gate and I got him now. So I run him up this alley and I'm whipping his ass. He won't face up. You want your horses when you come up there and you say, hey, motherfucker. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm like, hey. And I'm whipping his ass, and I'm whipping his ass, and I'm whipping his ass. And he's not face up because he's too busy trying to kick me. Got both feet. Whap, whap, whap. You motherfucker. And I'm whooping them reins on his ass. And I'm losing my shit, and all of a sudden I get a little too close. And he kicks me with both fucking feet in my goddamn forearm. So after I got done doing the chicken dance, fuck. And I run him down that other end. Well, first I started hitting him with the brawling part of it. We went from the range to the brawling part, and I run him up there, and I pulled him behind the gate, and I got that gate over, and I chained that fucking gate, and I give him the old cedar stay treatment again. But that started about a 2-year warfare with that son. I mean, me and him, like I say, one day he was up there, and old Doug Dunkel, he broke one of my reins. He pulled out of my hands at the feed yard, pulled out away from my hands. Then he stepped on my reins, broke my goddamn $40 fucking reins that I just paid for. And so I'm whooping his ass that fucking rein. Well, then he'd rear up and he'd try to paw me. He's like he's boxing. And that's a wide wiggle, he'd come down. Bap, 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 bap. I mean, we looked like two boxers fighting up there. And old Doug's sitting over there going, he's watching the whole deal. And then finally, I said, fuck it, I'm killing this son of a bitch. So I go over and I get this pitchfork. And I go to get this goddamn indestructible, lifetime guaranteed pitchfork that Doug had just bought. And I'm going to kill O'Ellie. Well, I went to job that son of a bitch with that pitchfork. Well, he kicked that goddamn pitchfork and broke it right in half. That indestructible, lifetime. So then I had a weapon, but I beat that son of a bitch. But we finally... After all them wars, I can tell wars all day, fightings and pawings and kickings and whoopings and all that. Finally, after 2.5 years, we finally come to an agreement, and he was a pretty good rope horse.
Made a horse?
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't turn him around in a quarter mile, but some bitch, when you he hated cattle as bad as I hated cattle, and I mean, he put you right on for Dr. Wheat Pressure here. Turned $5,000 down for him when a time where $5,000 was a lot of money. And I'll be damned. One day I had this old boy that used to play football with us, and he wanted to come cowboy. And I said, I'll let him ride O'Ellie. And I said, yeah, y'all going to push them pears back there and kick them out back on the wheat. I'll meet y'all at the house. We'll eat lunch. Well, goddamn, we come back, and that kid, Jared, he's got his hat in his hand. He goes, I'm sorry, Mr. Reid. I said, for what? I killed your horse. I said, what horse? He goes, Ellie, you can't kill that motherfucker. I've tried.
I've tried.
He said, well, he just fell over dead. And they were walking back to the goddamn barn, or back to the pens to come to the house, and said somebody took a big old breath and just fell over dead. Saddle on him and all.
Really?
Yeah. Hell, and that son of a bitch was so sorry that the fucking couch would in. He's still mummified, still out there, been 20 years. Yeah.
What did he die from, you think? Just a heart attack?
Heart attack had been.
What horse lived 20 or 30 years?
Huh?
20, 30 years?
Well, that best son of a bitch I ever had just died last year. A bird. He was 30 years old.
30
That's
years
a long time.
That was damn long for him because, like I say, that son of a bitch, I turned down a lot of money for him. And because back when I had like 10,000 yearlings turned out on wheat, he's the only horse I had. And, most people that use 5, 10 freaking horses. And
right.
I had old bird, but I had to make him last. So we both suffered because we were only one horse because I was poor. Mm-hmm. So, hell, I'd rope Doctor easy 100 head a day out in them boggy ass wheat fields. I had them from Temple to all over the country. I had cattle scattered everywhere. But I knew that if I roped, most people rope them, trip them, or break them over backwards, but I couldn't do that because I knew his back wouldn't last.
Yeah. So
all I asked old bird was to give me a shot. So as long as you got them roped them, I would mug them. And goddamn, you know, I'd rope and I'd run down that rope and I'd mug him some bitches. But I got really good at, you know, you get a goddamn 600-pound yearling. Mm-hmm. You ain't just going to mug with them. But I got really good where I could dive into their this side of the shoulder, reach over to that other off foot, and flip them over, and then I can get them tied down pretty quick. And it ain't for pussies. I guarantee you. I tell people that, and they say, "Oh, bullshit." And I said, "Believe it, motherfucker. That's the only reason
You doing it today like that?
Me?
Yeah.
Fuck no. I got guys.
I got horses.
I got guys now. I ain't making $1,000 a month back then.
What did so
do you know Billy Amos?
I know that name, but I don't think
D.
I do.
Amos?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's her brother. Matter of fact, I heard Hinkle one year. He said, "I got you a helper. I got you a helper." He said, "Old Billy wants to be a cowboy." I said, "Oh, hell yeah." I
didn't know
Billy.
Dia had I thought she just had Charlie.
Yeah, I said, "Hell yeah, come on, man." So old Billy, he comes out there and he had a gold gray horse over there. I said, "Billy, the only way you learn how to rope is you got to rope." He said, "I'm gonna give you first shot if ever calf we rope." And so for 5.5 months, he never caught a calf. and he never learned how to rope, but he got real good at mugging. After 5.5 months, he said, "Fuck this, I'm gonna be a fireman." Yeah, he's fireman over at Crumb.
So what did so back in the day when you saw a guy break a horse, that wasn't the end of it. You didn't just break a horse and get on it and they were a perfect horse.
Fuck
there were
no.
years of
no.
But that's always the way the movies portray it is. You break a horse, oh, you can ride it now.
bite the ear. You see John Wayne, and you know he breaks it and throws the saddle on.
So it's a lifetime going.
Oh
deal.
yeah. Well, like I say back then, you broke him to the saddle to where you could at least get on. But you know back then, the best horse trainer in the world is Miles. You know, because like I say, I'm the worst horse trainer in the world, but I made some great horses because we traveled miles. Like Bird, he had to go every day. Every fucking day we rode, and we didn't just ride around the block. Mm-hmm. We were roping,
you were working,
and we were sorting cattle. That's what makes a good horse. It's the same with anything.
Experience, hunting dog. Yep.
Yeah, and some horses got it, and some horses don't got it. You know,
but how long will you give a horse before you're like, this motherfucker, he's never going to get it?
Well,
depends on how broke you are, how much you need that horse.
You're talking the wrong guy because I never could afford to get rid of a horse.
That's what I'm saying.
I just had to go.
Depends on your bank account. If you got a big bank account, you're like, fuck it.
I got rid of one time. That son of a bitch almost killed me. And it cost me 2 years of getting over it because when I lived in that tent right outside of town, I had old Turd Stone. Old Turd. He come by the house one day and he said, Clay, I'm going to give you. He knew I was in a.
He's going to give you a horse.
Going to give me a horse.
Well, he's doing you a favor, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. He said, Clay, I'm going to give you this horse right here. I said, I'm going to give you a horse. I got a horse at the house, and I was going to go cowboy for him next morning. And he said, I'll bring it tomorrow when we go over to the funny farm over behind the state hospital. We was gathering that pasture. And he said, I'll bring it to the funny farm. You can take him tomorrow. And I said, if you like him, you keep him forever. But if you don't like him, bring him back to me. Don't sell him, bring him back to me. I said, yes, sir, man. Boy, I appreciate that, dude, man. You're the man. And so next morning he comes back, and I had a little old colt named Susie, old filly colt, and I had her saddled. And he goes, oh, man, he brings big old nice giant thoroughbred cross street face sorrel. Good looking son of a bitch. And he goes, hell, just ride the son of a bitch. I said, hell, I ain't got no bit. I'm just riding Susie with him. Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. So anyway, so I unsaddle old Susie and I saddle that other horse up, get it saddled, and he don't buck and get on him. God damn, he pretty good. Got a good little handle on. It was all good until we went to dropping off. Separating. Mm-hmm. And then he was barn sire deluxe. He's wanting to go with them other horses. I'm going, oh, shit, hey, motherfucker. We're going circles and all. Hey, goddamn. And you know how you see the Kentucky Derby when they're going to get in that, and they're all, that's what he's having flashbacks of the Kentucky. He thinks we're at the Preakness. And I'm going, hey, motherfucker, I ain't fucking Pat Day, goddamn. And all of a sudden, boom, that son of a bitch takes off. And I go, holy shit. And I mean, we're in a place where there is no haul ass places. We're solid mesquite, and this son of a bitch taking off, and he's running fast. And I've got his head turned around as far as he's going. He's like, and I go, whoa! Felt like it was Yosemite Sam when he's riding that camera. When I say whoa, I mean whoa. And that's something. And finally, he just run 9-0, and he comes to a fucking mesquite tree, and I had to push the eject button. I just bail out. Wham! That son of a bitch runs into that fucking tree. What assholes is that? Ooh. I got to hold them fucking reins. I whoop on that son of a bitch, man. It takes me 30 minutes to get back on the son of a bitch. Right. He still won't run. And I get on him again. Here we go again. We're at the Belmont. That motherfucker takes off, does it again. I had to jump off. He runs into fucking trees. I walked him back to the fucking trailer. Saddled old Susie up, got back in my hole. We got in the pasture. But so then the next day, we went over to Electric Works for cattle for Brock Reeds. And I saddled old, trying to think of what I called that horse. But I saddled him up. I had an old snubbing post out there right where my tent is, right outside town. Had this big old telephone pole, and I tied him to that telephone. Gonna let him think about what he done yesterday. So I saddled him up. Anyway, we go over to Brock Reeves, me and Shane Wright and Sean Morrison come back. And old Sean goes, ride your bronc, boy, ride your bronc. He won't buck. Might run off, but he won't buck. Famous last words. Yeah, because I went over there and I tied old Susie up and I went to get on that summit. As soon as my goddamn ass hit that saddle, I ain't even got my stirrup on that other. That some bitch fired. And he's goddamn tall, big giant, goddamn thoroughbred. That some bitch fired so hard. I don't remember nothing. But old Sean said I went right over that front end, shot out there way on it. Had both hands like I was skydiving back behind me. It said landed on my fucking head and landed like a sack of potatoes. Never moved. It knocked me cold as a fucking wedge. And old Sean said it was funny for a minute. We laughed.
Damn, Clay moving.
Hey, you all right? I didn't wake up until 6 o'clock next morning. It fucked me up that morning. So then I go back there. They tied over. He's still snubbed up to that deal. So, of course, Clay's hard-headed, especially as a young man. That pissed me off. So I get on that son bitch and he bucked me off every day. Every day, several times a day. Every day.
Quick learner, huh?
Oh, yeah. I'm just motherfucker. And I couldn't ever get my damn... And I didn't have a foot rope. I pulled them.
Should have called Les Macias to do this for you.
Yeah. So anyway, and I'm hard-headed, and he bucked me off. And then finally, one day, I get my foot, because I could never get my stirrup, that off stirrup, so and he'd blow me up. And I finally get my stirrup right here. And the other thing is, you got to consider what I'm riding. I've got a saddle that I paid $35 for at a fucking pawn shop. It is a trail endurance saddle. Has no swells, has no cantle. The horn's about that tall. It's an endurance saddle. And the Blevins buckles where you adjust your stirrup, it's black tape. I've got black tape to hold my stirrup.
Definitely poor boy in it.
Poor boy fucking deluxe. I mean, there is bums that got more better tape than I got. And so I finally, but I get this son bitch road, and basically like riding bareback.
Yeah.
And I get this son bitch road, and I sit there, and I was all proud. And old Gary Morrison sitting out there on the highway, and he goes, and I go, I put my thumb up, I finally got this motherfucker. And all of a sudden, that son bitch, oh, he hits a big old lick. My headstall breaks, and I fall over the back end. I go off the back end. I'm sitting there, God damn. And old Gary gets out, and he's laughing. He goes, you finally had the son of a bitch road until that damn dog ears bit that motherfucker on the back.
Shit.
God damn it, Gizmo, you motherfucker. But, so anyway, finally, after about 2 months, and I've been bucked off probably 50, 60 times. I mean, I'm crippled up. I've had to carve calf rope, and I took it back to Durd Stone. I said, Durd, I appreciate it, but well, I'm done. He goes, all right. Well, he took that horse to old Stephen Huffman and took it over there at Stephen. And Stephen, of course, I would take that horse down there. Stephen had a round pen. And we put him in that round pen. He would never buck. I could get right up on him, ride him around, a little old short round pen, be fine. Well, I come up there a couple days later, and old Shane Wright's riding that son of a bitch. And it got there, everybody's going, God damn, I thought you said he was broke. I said, open that motherfucking gate. Open that fucking gate right there. No, hell no. I said, I'm going to take him to work off tomorrow. And I said, well, you better take another fucking horse because you want me right now. Lucky he listened to me because he bucked him off like 7 times. Like they had to walk him to the deal. So he finally said, he done with him too. So he said, he took him down there to Alpine to trade some horses. When he got down there, he said, no, before he got down there, he said, listen, bud, right? I got these horses coming down there, but I got a streak face soul. When I bring him down there, he's not coming back to Orchard County. He goes, I got these boys down here. They'll ride. He said, bring that some bitch down here. So they took his ass down there. And by the time he got back up to Archer and dropping him off, he had like 18 phone calls. Come get this street face soul son of a bitch. That killed everybody up there. I don't feel so bad now.
I don't feel so bad.
But goddamn, it broke me up bad.
I was when we were in Mexico this last time, they got bullfighting on the TV, and I watched that, and it was funny because those horses, they like will prance or whatever, and one of the people that we were there with has had horses a lot, and I was like, how do they teach them to do this? She's like, well, there's a couple different ways. You can either put weights on their feet and they fight it. She said the barbaric way is they put like stakes basically down there, and every time they go, they
yeah, and some of them are just bred that way.
Oh,
some
really?
of it's just a natural thing.
They just walk that way?
Yeah, it's kind of like them Tennessee trotters, you know. But man, if you need to look up a horse called goddamn, it starts with an M. Probably one of the greatest bullfighting horses there ever was. Oh my God, they got videos of him. That sumbitch is such a badass. God dang, what the hell's that horse?
Well, one of these poor horses, it was doing that prancing thing, and it wasn't going with the guy, and that bull is right on his ass, and that guy on top of there is like, get your fucking ass going. Bull's about to get all of us.
Fuck is that horse's name? This horse, the rider is not in control of this. Sumbitch knows what he's doing,
right?
And that sumbitch, he would taunt that bull. That old horse would. He could move sideways faster than that bull can move. And then he would do a pirouette and right in front of that bull's face. Oh, he's so good. Starts with an M. Oh shit! What the hell is that?
I might be able to find it on.
Yeah, world's greatest bullfighting horse starts with an M. But I mean, the videos of it just mesmerize you.
On the good cutting horses, or the horses, is it the trainer, is it the rider, or the horse?
Anything is usually the horse. Now, goddamn, cutting a horse trainer has a lot to do with it too. But you know, you can't make chicken salad out of chicken shit. Yeah,
Merlin.
Merlin, that's it.
Merlin.
That son of a bitch is. I mean, yeah, he's a bad cat. But yeah. You know, you got to have something to work with. That's why breeding has a lot to do with. But like that old horse I had, he's just an old grade horse. I was there cutting some guy, and looked like a plow horse, old bird. But you could cut cattle. I remember I was over at Bribbles one day, and every day, a different day, somebody else gets to sort the cattle, run the gate, where your horse cuts the cows from the calves. They bring them to you, and every day, somebody would have one calf get by them or something, or two. And then on the last day, old Jake Murray said, that horse working gate? Fuck yeah, this motherfucker working gate. Get out of the goddamn way. And, you know, old Bird, now he's professional. He knows how to pace himself. So when he lives by the Mexican creed. Why stand when you can sit? Why sit when you can lay down and always find shade? That's the way old Bird, he paces himself. And but he knew when to turn it on. But old Bird, he walk over. It's almost kind of like, you remember on Speedy Gonzales, you had a Slowpoke Rodriguez? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the way he was. He goes, hey, Speedy, I'm hungry. But when he got in that fucking gate, he turned into Speedy, and boy, and that some bitch wake up and go, God damn, that some bitch a move for a guy no big old plow horse. But yeah, you're right. I mean, cutting a horse, you got to know what you're doing, but you also got to have something.
Somebody knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, that bullfighting, it was kind of hard to watch towards the end.
Oh yeah, it gets pretty gruesome.
They're sitting there stabbing it with these spears, and then they do that 6 or 7 rounds, and then they bring the horses out and they stab it, and then they got the guy with the sword and he pokes it however many times, and I'm like, I'm kind of going for the bull here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, most everybody goes for the bull. Yeah.
The bull never wins though.
Not very often. I think that's
There is a
hell, that's a
yeah. They occasionally have a bull win. I see that one where that bull run that son bitch up his ass.
I guess that's how they train them.
I guess.
Get after their ass with a fake bull. I'm assuming that's Merlin. It said Merlin. Hell, I don't know.
This son bitch is.
Oh yeah, he's moving sideways.
Yeah. Yeah, you wait till that son bitch gets over there and they get a bull in there. He is fun to watch.
Whoop.
You just think
Look at that shit.
Cutting horse. Yeah, he just tossing.
How do you teach that? Or is that just something that
Probably genetics.
Yeah, that's something it's just like I was telling him, you either got it. Yeah, so there's way better videos. That bull's already wore down.
Yeah, that was and then one of the times the bull like fell, it was over with, but it wasn't dead. So everybody came out and rallied it up and made it go for another 15 minutes. I was like,
That's why it's not showed in America no more.
Oh, yeah.
it's a little tough to watch. But
Yeah, until you got to work with them some bitches every day.
Yeah.
That's when I'm wanting them swords. Get your mother.
who left your gate open?
Oh, goddamn pipe testers. That's just one of.
They apologized to you?
Huh?
He apologized to you?
Well, luckily, see, there was a bad guy that had this lease, and he was a fucking dipshit. And I mean, I had hell. He told my farmer one time. He said, "Fuck Clay Reid. I'm gonna leave that gate open every time I come in this motherfucker." Boy, that's the wrong side to say. He left it open one day, and I called him. He had 2 other guys on there, and I said, "Listen here, motherfucker. I've been nice. I'm tired of fucking with you."
Why would you not do what the guy? I don't understand that.
It makes no sense. But I told him, I said, "I tell you what," I said, next time this fucking gate's open, I'm gonna whip your ass. I'm gonna whip everybody in the fucking truck with you. So you 2 motherfuckers take notice. If he comes through that fucking gate and he leaves it open, y'all jump out of the pickup because you know y'all fucking get your goddamn ass whooped too." And so you're third, and I said, "Do you understand me?" And I said, "Before you pop off, there's only two words that's going to say if you forget your ass whoop right now, and that's yes and sir." And he goes, "Yeah, wrong motherfucking answer." I lost my shit, but then he finally got rid of this guy, and another guy that I really kind of like a lot bought it. Older guy, and good guy, but they left it open. First 3 times I was.
So is this a place you lease?
No, it's a place
that y'all own.
They own, yeah.
Then
yeah.
why the hell are they in there jacking with
They're
your
in
gate?
there with, they got an oil lease in there. Yeah. They'd have no reason. And this gate is $500 to open in this gate. They keep leaving. It's right there at Highway 82.
That's dangerous.
300 head of yearlings right there. And when I pulled on it the other day, that gate's wide open. 300 yearlings standing right there at the
Looking
gate.
at it.
Push them back in. And I went, motherfucker. And I got hay on the deal. So I called this guy and I said, "Hey, are you in here on this lease?" He goes, "No, they're pulling a well and testing the pipe." And I said, "Well, I tell you what, I've had enough of this fucking bullshit." I said, "I'm usually a nice guy and I can be as nice a guy, but I'm gonna tell you what, when I lose my shit, I give him a good cuss." And he goes, "Well, it ain't me." And I said, "Yeah, but you're fucking responsible for them. They're your fucking guys." And all of a sudden I look up and they're coming out. Got to go click, boom, I hang up and I throw all them fucking hay bales and I come running across that wheat field with that fucking hay truck going, pop, 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 pop. I said, "Hey," and they had 3 Mexican boys, and I said, "Hey, did y'all leave that goddamn gate open?" And he goes, "Yes, sir." And I said, "Well, then I give them ass to him, but they said all the right things. Yes, sir." And so anyway, I said, "Well, cut you some slack because this is your first time in there." But that fucking gate, of course, I tell them, there's cattle. And see, right there, years ago, a guy left the gate open, been leaving it open, and a girl, one of my friends' girlfriends, hit 12 yearlings, damn near killed her ass over there. So
where's the gate at? Because I go down 82 all
right
the time.
there west of Holiday on Republican Road.
It's on 82 though, right?
Yeah, right off 82. Well, then the guy that owns the lease, he comes pulling up, the guy I like, and I tell him, I said, "I got him. I don't think he'll do it again." I said, "But goddamn it, you got to keep this fucking gate." And I told him the story about the girl and all that. And then he said, "Well, next time don't cuss me." And that's when I lost my shit. There better not be no motherfucking next time. And I said, and if it is, you can expect there's going to be a bad motherfucking cussing. I don't give a fuck. I said, because I tell you what's going to happen. You're going to lose your shit one of these days. You're going to pull a pistol on me. You're probably going to kill me. Then you're going to go to fucking jail for goddamn murder. All because you lazy motherfuckers can't leave a goddamn gate open. Or close the gate.
I don't understand why it's so hard to find a gate the way you find it.
That's basic. I mean, you just find it as you
leave it as you find it.
Yeah, if it's open, leave it open.
It's sometimes as bad as opening.
If it's open, leave it open. However you crossed it.
I always worry when I go through a gate that's open. And they're like,
is this a test?
Did the last guy leave this motherfucker open?
Yeah, because you don't want to get blamed for it. Yeah, because you don't want somebody else to have left it open.
Yeah,
and you're like,
one day we were gathering a bunch of yearlings, and I've got a gate open to move to one place to the other. And we're short-handed anyway, and we're fighting these 500 fucking yearlings to try to get them in, and then we get them headed to that gate, and I look up there, and the motherfucker's closed. God damn!
Somebody's just
and that poor old pupper up there, he's the one I went to cheer his fucking ass at. Goddamn, I don't know what to do. Leave it over there. I can leave the motherfucker like you found it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
You hungry?
They got lunch in there.
Hell
for us.
yeah, I'm hungry.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah, Tony got burgers and fish, fried fish or something.
Okay, well, let's go in there and eat lunch then.
Hell yeah.
So there we go. Always a pleasure talking to you, Clay.
Wait a minute.
Go.
Southern Precision Outdoors. If you need a thermal, get a hold of me. Go to Southern Precision Outdoors.
We're going to have your partner in crime on, I think, next week.
Who? I got a lot of partners.
Mitch.
Mitch McLemore's going to
come and tell us his life story.
Yeah,
the one that he never could say before.
The unfiltered.
Well, he finally did it the other day.
That's what he told me.
I've been telling him for his whole life.
Yeah.
I said, you're fucking up. I said, your story is like my story. You could influence a whole lot of goddamn people that you've coached over the years. I'm glad he is.
I'm going to holler at him this week. I didn't want to with Kim's dad dying, but I'm going to get him on here next week. So we'll have him on here again.
Well, you may want to have to give him a little bit because he's hunting with us. He just had fucking liver. They cut some cancers off of his liver or froze them or some bullshit yesterday, and he thought it was going to be a little ordeal. It wasn't. I said, "You still going to hunt?" Yeah, I think it'll be all right. I said, "Yeah, you wasn't all right when you was fucking when you were healthy." Oh, I think I'll be okay.
Tony had to have a liver biopsy about 20 years ago, back when he was a younger man, and he told me he said it's the most painful thing he ever been through in his entire life.
Well, fucking.
I think it was wrong too.
Yeah, Dad had one too, and Dad said, "Well, it fucking hurt."
Take a big.
Well, he thought he was
going
to get in and out of it, and well, he just got out. And I think while we're talking, he was going to try to get out at 11. They put him on that morphine. Yeah, that morphine.
He's supposed to hunt this weekend or next weekend?
He's going to hunt with him and Ty.
Like tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He's tough, some bitch though. I won't be surprised.
Well, I remember the little motherfucker. I got to give him that. That some bitch one night. We got him out of the hospital. He had double pneumonia. Just got out of the hospital. Kim, I thought was going to kill me. And I said, "Hey, I'm just picking him up."
He wanted to go.
And he fucking, it was cold, nasty. Run! I at least run the light. You fucking pussy.
He played basketball with a torn Achilles the whole second half. That's a tough son gun right there.
The first day we played in a softball tournament one time. This was when we were younger. He ran to first base and he blew out his hamstring, and I mean it was blew out to where it had a knot in his ass, you know. And I said, "Yeah, you fucking pussy, you gonna quit? You gonna quit? Fuck no, I ain't quit." So he puts ice on it and he got ace bandages all over it and plays. He winds up blowing the other fucking and I be goddamn, he still played. He'd hit the ball and he'd walk. He looked like Gumby walking, running down the goddamn.
You remember y'all's freshman year, y'all played baseball against Windthorst in the playoffs? And it was when his Achilles, and he got mad at the umpire and he had to go grab his crutches to go.
He said, "Fuck the crutches." He was so mad at a call at home plate. He was supposed to be on crutches, and he just fucking chunks him down, and he hobbles his ass out there, and he's yelling at that guy, and he hobbles his ass back.
Now he got a Clay Reid in him.
I don't even know if he had a boot on at the time, but he just says, chunks those crutches down.
More hell.
Different breed.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead there and have some dinner.
All right. Bye, everybody.